Let's do this. Welcome to Helsinki, Finland, everyone. I'm your host, Chief Pat, along with my co-host, Galadon, and today we're bringing you guys the Reddit versus YouTube Invitational. Galadon, how's it going, man?
What's going on? Back in Helsinki.
Absolutely.
Feels good.
Long time no see.
This is going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Something completely different. 5 Reddit clan leaders versus 5 YouTubers. Friendly challenge, same clan, 2 attacks each, most stars win.
Absolutely. And with that, let's go ahead and bring out the contestants.
All right, they look ready. Welcome both teams. Well, I'll talk to the Reddit team first. 5 Clash of Clans clan leaders. And just brief introductions, we'll go down the line here. First, on my right, BBD, BigBadDad, welcome.
Hi.
The only Town Hall 11 for Reddit.
Yes.
All right, second, next up we've got Katie, leader of Reddit Pirates, I believe. So welcome also. And a familiar face we might have seen before, last year at ClashCon.
Hey.
Yesiac, welcome.
Thank you.
Also
Glad
Town
to be
Hall
back.
10, I believe.
Town Hall 10.
And next we've got Zigg. Welcome, Zigg, another clan leader at another Town Hall 10.
Yep. Hi, Zulu.
Welcome and good luck. Last but not least, pinch hitting for the 5th Reddit clan leader will be Rlight. Last minute he filled in. Thank you, Rlight, for showing up and bringing your Town Hall 9.
All right, well, for the next team, I may be a little bit biased, but I think they could be the one to take this one. It's going to be Team YouTube. Starting off, in the very beginning, we've got Yarn from Orange Juice. What's happening?
Thank you, Galadon.
Next up, we've got Alvaro, Ocho Cuatro Cinco.
Thank you. Hola.
Number 3 is going to be Wicked from the Land Down Under.
Hey, guys.
Number 4 is the War Noob Powerbang Gaming.
What's up, everybody? Don't forget to subscribe.
Shameless self-promotion. And finally, number 5 is going to be Bruno.
What's up?
All right, it should be a pretty awesome battle. I'm ready to get into it, man.
It's going to be fantastic, and I think we've got a video that tells us a little bit more about both teams and them getting ready this week for the face-off.
Just uploaded that YouTube video now.
Hey guys, Wicked Gaming here, and we're live in Helsinki.
Yarn from Orange Juice, and we're here in Finland.
What's up, Powerbang here, bringing you guys Reddit versus YouTube Live. Canal Play Hard, canal menção do YouTube. Pra quem não me conhece, meu nome é Bruno, pra aqui.
This cat is downvoting all of the posts.
Oh look, another cat meme.
Upvote.
Downvote. Hey guys, another Town Hall 7 asking how to upgrade. Hey Kitty, there's stuff on my screen. Look at my screen.
We're doing the Reddit vs YouTube live stream event.
Go a little bit lower. A little more. A little bit more. Yep, that's perfect.
Guys, it's Powerbang. We are live here in Helsinki. What the heck is going on behind me? This is my shot. Welcome to Finland, and today we're gonna be...
What do you think about this army composition?
It's pretty much ballers or miners.
It's okay. Hey, are you vlogging?
Live streaming.
What?
Yeah.
Are y'all ready for this?
Where's our 5th player?
I think we got this, guys. You all ready to do this?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Interesting stuff.
Yeah, pretty strange videos, especially Team Reddit with all those cats.
I don't know. I want to know how Bruno got in through customs with that amount of camera equipment. I don't know.
Yeah.
But why don't we have a little talk with both teams? I'll talk to Team Reddit and just find out a little bit more about you guys. The two videos very, very different. Obviously, you guys have cats on your side.
Of course, we're Reddit,
So-
but it's all about the cats.
So, Zigg, I noticed that maybe the only reason I've ever had any downvotes on Reddit is because of cats on the keyboard. Then
That's definitely the reason.
That's
Is that
the
it?
only reason why that could ever
Well, it's
happen.
good to know. It's good to know. But welcome, and Rlight, thanks again for coming, filling in with the Town Hall 9.
Really
It's,
happy to be here.
Going to be maybe a little bit tough for you, but you know, we're happy that you were able to make it.
3 stars every time.
That's what I like to hear.
I don't know
That's
about
what
that.
we've heard about all week. So we'll see.
If it's like rehearsals, I think
but
you're
you
in
should
for-
probably be thinking about offense, not just defense. Unbiased. Yesiac, again, welcome back from ClashCon last
you.
year. So good to see familiar faces.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back. I know at least a few of the people here, but great meeting new YouTubers and being back in Helsinki.
It's exciting. It's exciting for all of us, I think, to be here. So Katie, welcome as well.
Thanks.
And Reddit Pirates, pretty serious clan. Lots of experience.
We're pretty great. We love our wars, and I'm excited to represent.
And you guys use friendly challenges a lot as well, I hear.
Yeah, all the time. We use it to practice, try out new comps, figure out how our bases are going. It's pretty great.
Sweet. Hoping to see some troll bases today. Troll attacks. And BigBadDad holding it down, the only Town Hall 11.
Yes, a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough lineup for most of these guys. Anybody they draw, they're going to be outpowered, but you have a chance, so
Yeah.
I think they're counting on you.
Gonna bring the whiskey smackdown.
All right, sounds good.
All right, well, I guess that leads us to Team YouTube over here. Again, we're a little bit biased towards Team YouTube, but we'll try to keep it in check. How are you guys feeling going into this friendly challenge?
Fantastic. Very relaxed.
I'm just here to make some positive elixir trades.
That's a classic for you. OJ, this is your first Clash event. You've mainly been the Clash Royale guy, but bringing it to Clash of Clans, what's your thoughts going into it?
Well, I've been playing Clash of Clans since the beginning, since before the witches been around, so I have my experience.
What about you other guys? How are you feeling? Powerbang?
Feeling pretty good. I'm confident. I feel a little bit bad that we're overpowering the Reddit guys, but I think they're going to put up a heck of a fight.
Yeah, and what's with the shameless self-promotion?
With the vlogging?
Yeah, no.
I'm just going to live vlog. No,
Yeah, you can stop that.
not time for that.
None of that.
All right. Well,
please.
make sure to subscribe, comment, like. Good stuff.
And we also have one of the most established YouTuber stream veterans in history, Alvaro 845, aka the Purple Cobra Killer. Galadon, how do you feel about that last war?
Yeah, you maybe remember. Bruno. You got to talk to Bruno. Hey, Alvaro, welcome.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here again.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's hope to do the same, to win.
Yeah, that should be a pretty good time. I'm ready to get into it, man. It's gonna be good.
Okay, well, let's not waste any more time then.
Well, before we get into the action, YouTubers, I gotta ask you guys, is there any particular person you guys want to face from Team Reddit?
Rlight.
Town Hall 9?
Poor Rlight.
I'd love to hit a Town Hall 10.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Town Hall 10 on Town Hall 10 action?
Yeah.
So we get an interesting way of choosing who you guys are going to be attacking, which we'll talk more about in a second. But what about you, OJ? Anyone in particular?
Oh, I want to get Rlight as well.
See, they're all going for the easy out, and over here, no matter who you guys face, you've got pretty much an uphill battle, except for maybe BBD. Are you hoping to maybe find a 10 so you can 3-star them?
Yeah, I think that'd definitely help our chances to win.
Yeah. Well, remember, it's friendly. It's a friendly challenge. They're all in the same clan, technically, bringing communities together here in Clash of Clans.
We're all winners.
So.
Yep. I don't know about that. But anyways, why don't we go ahead and talk a little bit more about the rules before we start off our first attacks?
Definitely. So like we talked about, we've got 10 players. They're all in the same clan. It's all about friendly challenges. It's not a war. They each are going to get 2 attacks like a war, but they're all going to be, again, friendly challenges, and whoever gets the most stars will be deemed the winner. If there's a tie, we will figure that out at the
We'll
end.
have a fist fight. And we'll see.
But there is one major twist that you guys have never seen before, and that'll be the way we choose the names.
Yeah, so instead of having them or get to choose who they attack, sort of like a regular clan war or events previously, we're actually going to choose out of these fancy little trophies right here, randomly, both the attacker and the defender. So as you can see, some real beautiful 32 karat gold right here that went into this trophy. Might have been kicked around a bit, but why don't we go ahead and start off with the first attacks? You guys ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start it off. So I'm going to pick from Team YouTube our very first attacker. And just to let you guys know, we have on Team YouTube, we have 3 Town Hall 11s, 2 Town Hall 10s. And on Team Reddit, we have 1 Town Hall 11, 3 Town Hall 10s, and 1 Town Hall 9. So Team Reddit is at a disadvantage, but they've been talking a ton of trash, so that's the least we could do to help out.
Fearless.
Got the cats on their side.
So it looks like from Team YouTube, we have Powerbang, who's going to set the tone with our very first
Oh my goodness.
attack.
I
All
love
right,
this.
who's
All
going to be
right.
attacking?
We will pull from the Defender jar. Good luck, you guys. Facing the War Expert is going to be Yesiac.
Woo!
All right.
Town Hall
All right.
10 on Town Hall 10.
I like it. I
All
like
right,
it.
What?
good start off.
So,
So
yeah, fair
Powerbang, my
fight.
man, you're the war vet. Everyone's hyping you up in the Reddit comments and the YouTube comments.
No pressure.
Yeah, no pressure at all, as Galadon likes to say. But what are you thinking going into this attack? Attacking a 10, you attacked a couple of 11s I've seen previously, but
I just feel the weight of the world on my shoulder. No, I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad I got a Town Hall 10 to hit. Hitting up against Town Hall 11s obviously leaves very little chance to pull the 3. And hitting a Town Hall 9, I think Rlight, he's going to live to fight another day, I think. So, looking forward to hitting Yesiac.
They all want a
figuratively.
piece.
Oh, thanks.
All right, Yesiac. So pressure's on, or maybe not so much. It's 10 versus 10.
Yeah, we're pretty
I know.
evenly matched. We've been, practicing all week. Lots of friendly challenges, lots of experience going back and forth. So I'm excited to see how he does.
I thought it was interesting to hear that you guys were watching Powerbang's videos, not only for the tips on attacking, but also to maybe see how he attacks and see what you guys could do to maybe subvert a 3-star.
Well, that's the benefit of going against all YouTubers, is that all their strategies are out there on the internet. So at the same time, they teach us some things, and we can exploit some weaknesses if we see them.
I like that.
Excellent.
I like that. All right, well, as we get ready to get in that first attack,
All right, let's do it.
this is going to be the one to set the tempo, man. This is the very first attack of the Reddit YouTube
I'm
challenge.
super excited that
Good
it's going to
luck.
be 10.
Yeah,
and
me
it's
too.
cool that Powerbang got it because I want to see his magic at Town Hall 10.
Magic.
And,
Absolutely.
we may not see a lot of evenly matched battles today,
Yeah.
but that'll be one.
Yeah, this will definitely be one for the books from the
Ready to
very
roll?
beginning. Again, Powerbang versus Yesiac. Go ahead and start it off, my man.
Let's do this. All right, so we are in.
Nice.
So let's see what we get. Looks like he's going to be using some mass miners. Could
I'm
be
scouting.
a
I'm
common
scouting as we
theme
go
there.
here. I see a hole in the base.
He's got the one baby dragon ready to roll too.
Not going to use it for right now.
All right.
Where is he going?
So he's going to let time expire as he. No, there starts the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to work on the upper left. So let's see where he's going to want to funnel these miners.
Hero
in.
funnel.
Yep. Got the baby dragon.
Baby
about
dragon
the
to make sure
barracks.
he doesn't go that way.
All right. So healers are down. Very
She's walking
simple
the wrong
start.
way, which is good.
Baby
Things-
dragon took a lot of damage quickly.
Going pretty well so far. The baby dragon was able to take out at least 2 buildings. And looks
Taking
like
a lot of damage
Have
already.
to use the
Done.
ability. Oh my
man.
gosh. All right.
Already.
She
That
went
was
left, there's the
close.
ability.
Readjusted.
She walked
That was
out
a
of the
close
rage spell.
one.
All right, looks like he's going to drop his
Healers are
king
ready.
on the bottom left and set up for the miners.
Yes,
He is using pure miners, no hogs or anything else thrown in there.
as it does.
A couple of cleanup wizards maybe. External
Yeah.
buildings, 20%. Good
Things-
start. We'll see how that funnel worked out when those miners head in.
Yeah, pretty good wall breakers, able to get that before the Tesla takes it out. Looks like that level 40 queen at Town Hall 10 is going to be doing work. There goes a wizard to help funnel on the bottom, and this is where he starts to
Miners.
drop those miners.
Beautiful from the bottom. And this is where it becomes hard to track them where they are. Looks like they're gonna group up right at that cannon at the very bottom of the screen. Last couple miners, you've got some out of the clan castle on the left.
Yep.
One cleanup wizard left, and there goes the Inferno Tower. Hard working, but the heal spell.
Misclick.
I don't know.
Looks like that
Misclick.
They're
Inferno,
surfaced.
Inferno's doing work
Yep.
against those miners. They did get to reset, though, after they went underground, which was nice, and saved some of them that were
Got a
at
free
low
spell for the
HP.
backside.
But still, trying to make his way into the very center. Queen's at full HP and still has a freeze left.
Yeah,
But,
one freeze left, one Inferno for it. There it goes.
All right.
Nice.
Freeze is going to go down on the
Yeah.
Inferno. Miners are on the Town Hall. That's going to be the second star right there, but this is all about
This
3 for
is,
Powerbang.
The healers have abandoned the
Heal
queen.
and
They're
the
getting
Inferno's still
blown,
up.
and now it looks like the last of the healers is about to fall.
Come on,
So the
queen.
healers are going to get shot down. The Queen, everyone's favorite target. Hey guys, things come and go
Blowing
inside
it.
of Clash of
She's
Clans,
blowing
but
it.
one thing is definitely for certain. The
poison
Queen will shoot the wall. Poison spell right there. Looks like he's still got plenty of miners though down there. There's a couple
We are not
defenses
going to
left
get
though.
3. That was
Bulk of them are off
horrendous.
to the right. There's only, I think that's only 3 maybe?
Yeah, I think there's about 4, and they're low HP as well.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. Queen's back on another wall.
Well, 80%. I'm not sure how much more though. The Queen's going to tear through these defenses.
Even with healers, I think he runs out of time.
It's not going to work, guys.
Yeah, this is looking rough. 35 seconds left in the battle. Miner's going to do their best alongside the Queen, but I feel like she might shoot a wall in just a moment. Oh, an intelligent
Gonna
moment.
take the long run. Close.
Interesting.
There we go.
Maybe
There's
that's
the wall
for walls.
shots.
Couple of miners at the top. They're going to take out that last gold mine
Yep,
to the left.
the walls.
And, yeah, it looks like it's going to be close, but looks like maybe time and the queen. Now those healers stick around, and this is a last second.
Yeah.
2 to 3 star right there.
Yeah, that was a pretty solid raid to start it off. 92%, maybe not too much more as time expires, but still, Team YouTube on the board. 2 stars is definitely respectable for the very first attack from Powerbang.
Yep.
Held out
Probably
against
both
the
teams
3.
are probably happy with that because obviously they're over there high-fiving. They did not want to see to get tripled right off the bat.
Yeah.
And I think the potential was definitely there. In fact, I would guess that he might be the favorite to triple against an even town hall today.
Absolutely.
So I think that Reddit is feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah.
Feeling all right.
Yeah? You like the way your defense held up there?
Yeah, I kept off the 3. You know, the miners are always a little bit rough, but that queen going all over the place was pretty great for me.
Yep.
Yeah, she did not behave. She acted like an old-fashioned
She
queen.
seems never to.
No.
Just those wall intersections are too juicy to pass up. Powerbang, how do you feel about that raid?
Not my best effort, but you know, we tried. I think I wasted 3 spells, walked the queen the wrong direction, banged the walls, and generally just didn't go to plan. Although there was really no plan.
Yeah.
Just
Keep in mind for these attacks, keep in mind that there's about 30 seconds of scouting. Yeah. There isn't really too much time to make an army, so most of these are very dynamic and not normally what you would see for a fully planned out attack. But with that, let's get to attack number 2 and see if Reddit can put themselves on the leaderboards.
Let's
Good luck, guys.
So I will draw the first Reddit attacker from your guys' attacker cup.
Drum roll, please. Thunderous drum roll.
It is thunderous. I can hardly hear myself think. All right, it's going to be Zigg. Zigg, you're up first.
All right.
Town
Waste
Hall
no
10.
time. So a Town Hall 10 on the attack.
Yep. Let's go ahead and check out who's going to be defending. And it looks like it's going to be Yarn from Orange Juice.
Oh, man.
10 versus 11.
Tough call right there. Man.
Can someone get
Zigg, that's a look of consternation on your face. No, she's trying to get troops as fast as you can.
She's focused. That 30 seconds of prep time.
I guess. Did you have Zigg? Do you have a different plan if you faced a 10 versus an 11 for army composition?
She's in the zone. This is serious business. We can only speculate, but I would imagine that she would switch it up.
Yeah, it looks like she's panicked on the
I would
on the
probably
iPad there.
choose something
And what
a little
about you,
different if I
Yarn?
were
You got
doing
a different base
Town Hall
design,
10.
anti-3, but I guess you might not need to use that against the Town Hall 10. What are you thinking?
Well, I have a very special base for her. Let's hope she falls for my trap.
Oh, excellent. I like it.
Definitely not a
Sound
play
of
on
that.
words there. I think things should be okay. Well, I'm ready for attack number 2. I think it's going to be a good time. Again, Powerbang, definitely a respectable attack, especially for the very first one on this live stream, which, you know, can be a little bit of pressure.
I've never heard that word before.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I mean, obviously Reddit's going to be attacking up most of the day, so it'll be interesting to see exactly how they do as far as how many stars going up if they can get 1 or 2.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and check out that attack right now. Zigg versus Yarn. Again, a Town Hall 10 attacking a Town Hall 11. So a 2-star effort here would definitely be heroic.
And check it out, baby dragons and Valks. I love it right from the start.
Looks like
definitely babies out there trying to, and almost every single dragon's enraged. She's got her rage radius on those dragons down.
Yeah, picking up some percentage points in the very beginning. Already at 22%.
One of my favorite bases, Southern Teaser.
Yep, there goes some archers and Valkyries in the bottom. Obviously, there could not be any traps near. Oh, yep, there's the Teslas. Teslas are going to pop up. Giant bombs, skeleton traps, freeze spell. The Valkyries spamming their way to the Town Hall, but they're getting melted, Galadon.
Yeah, that's brutal. There's the jump spell. Lava Hounds moved in, and man, it's tough with all that mess to see exactly what's happening, but I don't see a lot of troops left.
Yeah, the Queen got locked onto the Lava Hound, and that is one fat dog, pup, whatever you want to call it. That's a big thing right there, where the Archer Queen, even with her ability, is going to get absolutely decimated to the point of no return. So looking left, 38%. Tough stuff for a Town Hall 10 attacking a Town Hall 11.
Well, that's a tough start. That's a tough start. I liked the strategy of the baby dragons. She had them spread out so that they were all enraging, which was good.
Yep.
And you saw about 20% there. And I think probably what she was hoping for was a 50% and maybe also the Town Hall because of the teaser. I think we saw that Town Hall go down to a Town Hall 10 earlier in the week.
Yeah, absolutely. OJ, the traps. You didn't lie. There was a lot near that Town Hall. It was a little bit conspicuous with all that open space.
Oh, yeah. The Valkyries were definitely a negative elixir trade for that base, but she did well for being a Town Hall 10.
Nice one. All right, well, we actually do have a replay, though, that we're going to pull up from that battle. Let's go ahead and get into it and see exactly what happened. So you can see this is where she started to attack from the very bottom and try to get those Valkyries to go for the Town Hall.
Yeah, that was tough. Those Teslas pop up. You got both Infernos down there. And again, anytime you're facing an Eagle as a Town Hall 10, the deck is stacked.
Yeah, I think she was really hoping for those Valkyries to hop the wall, and then once there was the madness near the Town Hall, obviously the splash damage being able to take out that Town Hall would have been big.
The Teslas, so I was hoping that they would lure
They would draw the units in.
Valks.
Yeah.
It was a shot.
Yeah.
That was a good attack, and it wasn't something you typically see. 15 baby dragons, 11 Valkyries, 4 more in
I
the
wonder
clan
who I
castle.
learned that.
That was a spicy attack. And speaking of attacks, let's go ahead and get to attack number 3. Again, Team YouTube trying to extend that lead, reaching into this chalice. We've got Bruno. Town Hall 11.
All right.
Bringing out the big dogs. Galadon, what you got?
All right, an 11, so get ready, you guys. Hold your breath. We're all waiting for Rlight to get drawn out of here, I know.
Try not to grab 3 papers at once.
That's 1. BigBadDad.
Yeah.
It's nice.
11.
So 11v11.
Woo, that's going to be a
Miners.
the
copy in me?
most pressure under Bruno. So Bruno gets stuck with the 11. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, so Bruno attacking an 11. What might not have expected that. The only 11 on Team Reddit. What are you thinking going into it?
Yeah, I'm trying to get some miners here, like Clan Castle, but I got some good troops here. I don't know about his base, but I'll try to go to 2-star maybe.
Yep. All right.
I'll try to go for the 2, maybe 3.
All right. I'm ready to see it. What about you, BBD?
Good.
I got a base for him. See how he does.
All right.
What?
Rlight, you squeeze any Hog Riders in Bruno's clan
what?
castle? You did? You got one in?
Oh, no.
Rlight, the secret weapon.
Nah.
Well,
the 11.
Bruno,
on 11.
we've had a little mutiny. Again, these are friendly challenges where they're in the same clan. So Rlight, the Town Hall 9, decided to make the only impact he'll make all day by donating Hog Riders to Bruno's clan castle.
doing the best he
Gotta
can
love
to
see
try to
that.
level the playing field, right?
Got that.
Yeah,
It's only 1.
you need it, you know. So Team YouTube already up 2-0 after the first attack. Again, we had a 10v10 for attack number 1, then a 10 versus 11.
Yeah.
So this one's going to be 11v11. Again, an even matchup for Team YouTube, and that's what you like to see.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we're not going to see that all day, but it's nice to see those attacks here and there. And I know that BigBadDad was hoping to defend against an 11 and then attack a 10.
Yep.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and check out that attack right now. Bruno versus BBD again. Let's see what they can do. And he didn't lie when he talked about those miners. He's got 46 ready to rumble on the bottom left-hand side of the map.
And check out that anti-3 right there. Love the isolated Inferno towers. That's going to make it tough on those miners.
Yeah, the miners might see a little bit of a struggle there. The wall breakers did go through pretty well. And here comes the clan castle. There's some goblins and wall breakers in there.
There they are. Nice.
That's a little bit rough. I
And
guess
the
that
golem,
evens things up.
Maybe not the ideal.
Yeah, Golem's a little bit
CC.
questionable as the Eternal Tome pops. Things are looking okay, though. The miners made
all
their
the
way to the
miners.
center, but let's see if they can get to the Town Hall. There's 2 on there, and now there's 0 on there.
Yeah, no, they're in the core. You're in the core, and you've got 1 heal spell left. Both your abilities, King and Queen, Town Hall down, 1st star.
All right.
40%, but check out anti-3 in effect. Inferno towers from both sides just melting.
Yeah, the Infernos are going crazy. The Eagle is raining down from above. Obviously took the easy route from the bottom left to try to chunk that Town Hall down quickly, and at 47%, he's going for the 2 stars. There's still just a little bit left remaining.
It's close. The Queen is just about out of it, and the King is stuck on that wall. This does not look good. This is going to be
All right, it's at 48%. King's going to smack the Elixir Collector, but they're targeting the Eagle Artillery. It's so tanky. It's so tanky.
Wow.
49%. Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Okay, that was surprising.
We've got our first
Holy man.
Galadon of the Reddit YouTube challenge to 49%. Great defense by BBD. Well done.
Wow.
We needed that.
It might have been that Hog Rider that made the difference.
That's it.
Rlight, the donation.
Secret weapon
Heroic
there.
Changed it right there. Wow, that was
Brought it down to
interesting
49.
attack. Bruno, you got to be heartbroken, man.
Yeah, I was hoping for a 2-star. I don't know about this Hog Rider, but... Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, if we take a look at the replay real quick, we can see the moment where Bruno's heart breaks. So let's go ahead and pull that up right now. 48%. He's going for the 2nd star. The King ability, he popped it a little bit earlier to try to get that rage for as long as possible, which a lot of people like to do. But you can see they target the Eagle artillery, one of the tankiest, if not the tankiest building inside the entire game besides the town hall.
Wizard Tower, and that thing is over. It's at 50%.
Yeah.
BigBadDad, you got to feel good about that anti-3 holding anti-2.
That was huge for us. That was great.
Yeah, gives Reddit a little bit of momentum, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's let them try to capture that momentum and go on the attack, on the offensive.
All
I'll
right.
draw the next name.
Let's check it
for
out.
Reddit to attack.
Dun, dun, dun,
Attacking for Reddit is Katie. Woo! All right, so Town Hall 10, Katie.
Let's
Here we
see
go.
who the Reddit Pirates leader is going to be going against. We've got Alvaro 845, the Purple Cobra Man himself, Town Hall 11.
We can be bowlers.
All right.
Bowlers and a giant.
Okay, Katie's panicked, working on filling up that CC. So
Alvaro, I'll start with you. You got a different
the
base
giant.
design. I saw you move some fingers over there. What are you cooking
Level
up?
7 giant.
I have-
Here we go.
Way surprises here, so we'll see. Yeah, I'm now requesting troops.
Yeah.
They seem to be pretty good.
Yeah, I'd watch
Step
out
the wall
for
breakers.
sabotage over there.
Yesak.
I'll let a little slow that time.
Get that hand. Get
And
those hands
Katie,
away from the iPad.
I know you've had some practice attacking up before. You've been
Yeah, I've
preparing for
gotten-
this all week too.
I've gotten a lot of experience this week attacking these guys' bases, so hopefully this experience pays off.
So it'll be good to see a Town Hall 10, 2-star and 11.
It'd be good stuff.
It would be exciting.
Quite exciting. I'm ready to get into it, man. And Team Reddit, they need to get on the board right here. Again, another attack upwards, but you can't let Team YouTube run away with it.
Well, the last attack kind of opened the door a little bit. 'Cause
Definitely.
You figure if that's a 2 or even a 3, then that's really, we're already starting to see that gap.
Yep.
But it hasn't really happened yet. So I'm thinking that right here, this is an opportunity with a 2-star attacking up to keep Reddit in the game.
Absolutely. Let's get into that attack right now. Katie
man.
versus Alvaro. Look at that donut. We had a couple of those this morning.
Seriously need some
Let's
more
see
wall
what
breakers.
Katie can do with those bowlers. Our first bowlers of the Reddit versus YouTube challenge.
And this is ideal. Alvaro obviously staying away from an anti-3 there because this does make it tougher, much tougher, for a 10 to 2-star base like this than an anti-3.
Yep. Seems like he's going with that. Bowlers on the top left. Going to open up that funnel as well.
5 healers. I think I saw 4 healers earlier from the same attack, but I like the funnel, and the wall breakers got that wall down.
All right, looks like the bowlers are making their way through on the top left, the king and queen as well. Keep in mind, no Grand Warden in this attack, so let's see what happens as they rumble their way down the center. The jump spell's down, trying to get to that core.
Yep, King's ability, last rage spell. You got a freeze spell ready. Poison down on the clank castle.
Come on. Go. I love you, bowlers.
Oh, freezing
No,
the
I don't
eagle,
love you.
okay. I get that now.
Yeah.
Looks like decent percentage points so far, but getting those bowlers so split, the queen's gonna have to be a true American hero.
Come on,
That's
queen.
tough right there. You can hear the eagle ramping up one more time. It's on the Grand Warden right now, but the queen's down. And that's actually a healer that it was on.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Oh man, the last bowler.
Oh,
the last
no. Here it comes.
40%. I don't know if that's a 10% army comp right there.
This is
on the
going to be
outside.
gruesome.
Ooh.
All right, Giants
man.
and the Wizards trying to get those extra percentage points.
crap.
Another Wizard on the
Clutch
right-hand
jump.
side.
What a clutch jump spell.
Trying her
Into the
best, the
outside.
Wizards. They're going to get to 45%,
Oh my
but
gosh.
not too much more. The air defense going to shoot down the healer. The
Yeah.
Wizards are going to perish. 0 stars for Team Reddit against a Town Hall 11. And keep in mind, this isn't a clan wars, so any stars, stars are great to where. Let me try to find my way out of this situation.
Go ahead.
Stars, they're cumulative to where, if you
Right.
attack the same base twice, it doesn't matter. You get stars no matter how
point.
it is.
Good point.
Hit that base.
How was that verbal throw up for you
I don't
guys
think
out
it was
there?
great, but
okay.
Katie, so not quite a star. So, but that's a tough base. I mean,
Yeah,
that's,
that was, of the base and the army I brought for it,
Yeah.
wasn't
Yeah, I noticed with
exactly
2
the
jump
best
spells.
combination.
that probably wasn't the army comp for that base.
Could have
but-
used some more wall breakers, fewer jump spells.
Yeah.
Another
Hey,
freeze.
if you had Ryan donate those wall breakers to you, it
Yeah,
would've helped
seriously,
out a
man,
lot.
what's up?
Yep. Arlight, the secret weapon. He's got to be faster on the trigger, maybe.
Yeah. All right. What about you, Alvaro? Again, the YouTube stream god who just doesn't seem to lose.
Unbeatable.
On attack and on defense.
Yeah, I like the donuts layout. I mean, I think it's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Donuts OP.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we've gone through a couple of rounds, so we'll just take a look at the score and see how things are starting to add up. Well, it's close. It's close. I mean, after 4 attacks, you might expect the score to be a little bit higher than that.
I mean, if we're extrapolating the data, it's going to be 15-0 at the end of this thing, Galadon. It's going to get pretty ugly.
Let's
we need to see a change of fortune.
Yeah. Well, at the same time, it could be worse already. So I'm sure Reddit still has some tricks up their sleeves.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they still have the epic defense on 49% from BBD, so very nicely done. Let's go ahead and get ready to get into that next attack.
Sounds
and
good.
see if YouTube can extend their lead. So pulling the name from Team YouTube, we've got Yarn from Orange Juice.
Ooh.
All right.
Yarn.
Artie
Alright.
was on defense, now he's on offense. Who's he going to be going against?
I know Yarn asked for Rlight. See if I can help you out. I mean, let's see if I'll randomly pull a name out that's randomly any one of the remaining.
Oh.
Rlight.
This is rigged. This is rigged.
Right here, it says Rlight. Okay.
Cut the stream. All right. Well, we've got a Town Hall 9 facing off against, or a Town Hall 11, or a Town Hall 11 against a Town Hall 9.
Whew. Pay me later.
This could get could get ugly. There were definitely some gems slipped under the table right there. All right, Yarn. I haven't even seen you touch your iPad. What are you feeling for this one?
Well, I'm going to do a very famous attack on my client. I call it the Yoloon. So we'll see how that goes. It's basically you send in balloons here, you send in balloons there, and you let it happen.
The YOLO Loon. I like it.
Sounds like the ideal attack for Rlight's base. Rlight, any hope over there of staving off a 3?
Well, I don't know if I trust Galadon picking the names anymore, but I'm pretty confident that he's going to get 0 stars.
Ooh. Ooh, the Town Hall 9 talking some serious.
Well, been talking smack all week, though.
I wish we had some footage from rehearsals to show, but I guess we'll have to see what happens during this live attack.
Yep.
But, you know, this is a little bit of a brutal sentence for Team Reddit. They were already down 3-0,
Right.
and to have the Town Hall 9 be drawn is a little bit rough for team morale.
Yeah, I mean, they had to know this was coming, but and an 11 out of 9, there's really not going to be any question about this attack.
Yeah.
So, at least Orange Juice hopes there's not any question.
We'll see.
Yeah, you better. It can't be messing this one up. Well, we're going to get into that attack right now, and it should shape up to be a little bit of a bloodbath, but have some faith in Rlight. He's got something up his sleeve, and especially in that clan castle, you never know what he might pull out.
Yep. Yoloon, let's check this out. I like the army count here. Got the golem in there and 3 lava hounds at least.
All right.
And only 18 balloons.
This is looking pretty classic to me so far. Of course, going to decimate one side of the map with the golem wizards and the heroes. And then from there, those lava hounds and balloons, they're going to do work against that Town Hall 9, to say the least.
Yeah, I mean, he's not getting overconfident here. You can tell that he's targeting those air defenses. Obviously wants to get the heroes in, take 2 of them out if he can. And they're on their way in. They're still pretty healthy. Doing well against those Town Hall 9 defenses.
Absolutely. Lava Hounds are finally making their way inside, and the Golem actually on the top did a great job tanking for their heroes, so they're almost at full health still. The Grand Warden's going to go down as well, and this base is getting Yolooned all over.
Yep. Got the last air defenses. There go the Lava Hounds on the last 2. Warden ability, I like it. Big group of balloons there, most concentrated group. And that invincibility.
Yeah, nothing says swag like not dropping any spells, so as the balloons make their way in, holding on to those haste spells, the rage spell and the freeze spell, and looks like those balloons are just going to slowly make their way to the last remaining defenses, but that's pretty much it. All the defenses are down, and I think he has more troops in this raid than what he started with.
He also has got 5 haste spells, so maybe he can hasten the end of this painful attack.
All right, 74% cleaning up for Team YouTube right here, and a pretty awesome start. Looks like this is going to be a 6-0 lead to start this one off. There they go. Queen's going to be flying around. That was ridiculous. And at 98%, just a poor little army camp left to go down, and that'll wrap it up for attack number 5.
I can't watch. Whew. Not a lot that can be done there.
That was tough to watch. I hope
that's pain.
Yeah, that was. Maybe not stream appropriate, that attack, but still, very nicely done by Yarn. You were very cool and collected during that attack. I wonder why.
The Yoloon never fails me. I was saving my haste just for the very end so that I could destroy him even faster.
Sorry, Rlight. Tough, man. Tough. But you had to know it was coming, so.
Yeah, I had a sliver of hope, and that quickly disappeared when Yarn dropped his first troop.
That's rough. That's never the way.
I like that.
You like to have things start off. Well, that's going to do it for the first 5 attacks of the Reddit versus YouTube challenge.
We got 5 versus 5, 20 attacks, and we've been through a few attacks so far, and it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, so far Team YouTube has taken a commanding lead of 6-0, as you guys can see. Of course, Reddit does have one less attack, so one attack will put him right back into the game. But they're going to need it quick. Again, they do have a Town Hall disparity to where they are at a disadvantage, but we do know they're skilled attackers, so we're expecting something good.
Yep, and the rules today were the team that had the most stars is going to have bragging rights. And again, this is about friendly challenges. This is something about, bringing different parts of the community together. They're all in the same clan. They all had fun this week preparing for it together. It was really cool, actually, to see a lot of players sharing attack and defense strategies with the opposing team being members of the same clan.
All right, well, with that, looks like we're about to get into attack number 6, where Reddit's going to have a chance to get on the board for the very first time.
All right, so I will draw another name, and we will see who is attacking for Reddit.
Let's check it out.
And it's going to be Yesiac.
Ooh.
All right.
Yesiac is up.
All right, Town Hall 10, going to be facing off against Powerbang.
Oh, good.
Another Town Hall 10.
Wow, and that is a mirror of what we saw that kicked off this match.
Oh, yeah.
Saw Powerbang attack Yesiac, and now Yesiac with the opportunity of revenge. And I believe Powerbang 2-starred you, so
Yeah,
are
we'll
you
see.
anticipating to return the favor?
Well, hopefully.
I think 1 star at this point would be great.
1 star would be great. I just want to get on the board. 2 stars would be really great. 3 stars would be excellent. So we will see.
I like the fact she's got 3 stars in her
It's always
sights.
on the mind. Always on the mind.
What about you, Powerbang? How are you feeling going into this defense? Great attack. Didn't turn out for the 3 stars. Was very close, though. What about on D?
I feel like on defense, we should be in good shape, but time will tell. Yesiac's a talented attacker, and I've seen her do some pretty cool stuff this week, so best of luck. Let's see what you got.
Thank you.
All right, I'm ready to get it on. The
I
first
like it a
mirror
lot.
matchup. It's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool to see.
Yeah.
And I think Yesiac's one of the most confident attackers on their side. And Powerbang, of course. I mean, we talked to him all week about strategy. I mean, I've picked up some tips, and I might stop go wiping. Kidding.
Just maybe. A couple of years later, maybe the go wipes will go away. But let's go ahead and get ready to get into that next battle. Again, Yesiac versus Powerbang, a mirror matchup. And here it goes from the very bottom. We've got the Golem and the Wizards to start off.
Love it. 18 Valkyries. So a couple of heals, a couple of rage spells. Looks like Powerbang's definitely gone with the anti-3-star setup, and probably appropriate facing the not quite max Town Hall 10.
Yep. Looks like she's going to choose to attack from the bottom right. Valkyries are funneling their way in. They've made their way into the center of the base. Very nicely done. The balloon, though, going to take that out before it gets a lot of splash damage off. And things are looking okay so far.
Yep, I like that jump spell. They're on their way, but we'll see what happens here. If they path off to the right.
Rage spell's down.
There's the rage spell. That's what we needed. And yes, they're using the jump into the Town Hall enclosure.
All right.
Nice.
First star for Team Reddit, 40%. The King and the Valkyries are going mad, but there's no more jump spells or wall breakers. And they're going to start running into some of the AI. That's going to get a little bit rough for the King and the Valkyries.
The last of the rage is gone. As great as the Valks are under rage, once the rage is gone, the thrill is gone.
Absolutely. Well, we do have a lonely Golem on the bottom right. He's trying his best.
Oh, poor guy.
I'm going to be an old man by the time that this Golem takes out enough of 50%.
Yeah, he won't take out enough.
All right, the battle's going to end there for
Yesiac.
She's not going to put us through the struggle right there. 41%, the first star for Team Reddit against YouTube. They're on the board.
That's true. It's the first star, and it was close. And even though the score there's a pretty big gap right now, the attacks have been close. A lot of your guys' attacks have been really close, and that was close to 2. The Valkyries had found a little more rage. Maybe Yesiac, you grab a second
I've been
star.
a little faster on that.
Yeah, I think the brutal part was the AI in the very center. When it looked like the Valkyries and the King were making their way straight through to tear apart the buildings, skeleton traps, the Barbarian King, all of that came through. Let's check that replay out and look at the Valkyries swipe down that Town Hall.
Yep, here it is right here in the Town Hall enclosure when we see things are looking good, momentum looks good, and then maybe not so much. Split up every different direction. Skeleton traps closing in from multiple directions as well.
Yeah, it seemed like there were so many troops, and then there were none. The poison spells in vain.
Yep.
Still, first star of the day for Team Reddit, and they're on the board. We'll see what YouTube can do.
Yep. Well, let's go back and take a look at the score so we can see that 1 star. There it is. So 6-1. So not out of range, not out of reach, with 6 stars out of 3 attacks for YouTube.
Yep. I've seen plenty of 5-star attacks in my day, but we do have Team YouTube up with the very next attack. So with that, let me go ahead and draw a name out of my magical cup. Up for YouTube is going to be Alvaro 845. He held up on defense What about on offense?
All right, well, we'll see who he is attacking. Looks like it's going to be Rlight. No, I'm just kidding. It's going to be Katie. It's going to be Katie.
Okay.
Okay, so we've got, it looks like a Town Hall 11 versus a Town Hall 10. Alvaro, how you feeling, man?
Now I'm starting to feel the pressure. I mean, I can't fail.
Yeah, you look so nervous, I can tell. The Spanish community will get on you, man, if you mess up.
Yeah, I know. That's the pressure. No, I'm pretty confident.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And Katie, you ready? Ready to defend against this?
I'm ready. Let's see what this
Guy
base
has a
can do.
pretty extensive live stream record here, so I'm kind of hoping that you can
I'd love
put
to
an
break
end to
it.
this whole purple cobra legacy that I keep hearing about.
He's tortured Galadon for a while, so.
Just a bit.
All right, well, we're getting ready to get into attack number 4, I believe, for YouTube. Again, a Town Hall 11 versus a Town Hall 10 obviously changes the strategy. You're going to want to go for those 3 stars and to really make a statement going into the rest of this friendly challenge.
Right. If I'm Alvaro, there's nothing except for 3 stars on my mind right now. So.
Ooh, bowlers and miners.
If he doesn't get 3 stars, I would be completely shocked.
Absolutely. And you know the stakes of this challenge. The losing team actually has to delete their accounts on their platform. So if I'm Alvaro, I wouldn't want to be responsible for deleting my YouTube channel. All right, well, let's get ready to get into that attack right now between Alvaro and Katie. And let's see what he's going to do. He's got the bowlers, and the healers actually miner onto the queen.
I love it. Hybrid mass attack. So you've got bowlers and miners. Look like about 50-50. And we've got an archer queen out with the healers right away. Walking giants out of the clan castle, lost a couple to a well-placed jump spell.
Still looking fine, though. Made the queen go all the way down to the bottom. Should have a nice little path for the bowlers to make their way through the base. There goes the Grand Warden, level 15. And this is where things should get a little bit crazy.
Yep, I love watching the bowlers moving in. I especially appreciate the fact that he's waited with the miners. There they go. He's got the miners coming in from the bottom left, right as the bowlers head for the town hall.
All right, take a look at their faces on the player cams. Katie is intense. Alvaro obviously looking a little cheeky over there as he spams his bowlers all over Katie. Looks like we've got 2 spells left.
Second star.
And second star is already down for 65%.
Yep, he's got those wall breakers left for cleanup. You know, cleanup wall breakers, always clutch. 1 rage spell left, and both the queen and the warden, surprisingly, the warden's ability is still active.
Yeah, the warden still has his ability, as well as the queen on the right-hand side is getting smacked by the king. Looks like the queen's going to take out the king just before she goes down. And guess what? The queen's already back up to nearly full HP. The rage spell is going to make it all but inevitable. Yeah, this one could end in 3 stars.
Yep, Alvaro, beautiful move there. I love how he saved the warden's ability. It looked like maybe he had forgotten it, but it saved those miners from some damage on the left-hand side.
I didn't want to use it, but...
You wanted to swag the warden's ability? I love it. You wanted to save it for the very last second of the attack.
And with no respect for the Wallbuster achievement, not going to drop those wall breakers, but that's going to be 3 stars and 100% for, again, the god himself, Alvaro 845.
The legacy lives on.
I can hear Spain from here.
They are cheering his name.
All right, Alvaro, what made you want to go with the hybrid miner bowler mix?
Sorry?
What made you want to go for the miner bowler mix?
Because I was trying to decide if which is more OP. I mean, miners or bowlers, so I just...
Then you realize that they're both OP.
Let's take both.
They're both NLP.
That makes sense to that, and we can actually check that out inside of the replay right now, where those bowlers and miners, they terrorize that base.
Oh man, I'm telling you, and it's tough right now. At Town Hall 11, it's kind of a split poll on which troop is more OP, miners or bowlers. So here goes Alvaro, and I love this queen right here on the right-hand side, man.
Yeah.
And that heal spell, late heal, late warden ability. I mean, it's just kind of it looked like 3 was written on the wall from early in this attack.
Yeah, I thought he might have forgot about that queen, but right when she got down to like 1 HP as the king was beaten on her with a sword.
Good
Stayed
timing.
alive.
Good timing.
Good job, Alvaro. Katie, what about on defense? Pretty rough. I think you lagged a little bit. It's okay.
It was definitely the lag.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
I get that.
All right, so Katie went down to 3 stars, and that's tough for Reddit, but you guys have a chance to come back. Maybe get a couple of stars on the board here in this next round. So we'll get into the draw right now. I will draw the next Reddit attacker, and we will see who they're facing.
Could it be?
Town Hall 11, BBD. This is his chance to shine right here. Get a good draw, and we could see a 3.
All right, looks like they're going to be bringing out the big guns, and on defense, we have got Wicked. First appearance
There
from
it
Wicked.
is.
I almost
There it
forgot
is.
Wicked was here. He hasn't been picked yet. Wicked, how's it going, man?
Good, mate.
Good to see you over there. How are you feeling going against a Town Hall 11?
Well, he's a good attacker, so if I can hold off the 2-star, that'd be great.
Yeah, that'd be really great.
Yeah, BBD, this is your chance, man. We talked about this. We talked about this all week.
I know, this is exactly the break we needed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Baby dragon.
So
Hopefully I
just
can
repeat
capitalize
something
on it.
like we just saw from Alvaro, and maybe you guys can put some serious numbers on the board.
I'm ready to see it. I'm dying for some stars over here for Team Reddit.
Well, I'd
Let's
like to see it stay close.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a friendly challenge, but at the same time, I mean, everybody wants to win. Reddit doesn't want to walk away empty-handed.
Absolutely, and keep in mind this is the first time that Team Reddit has attacked downwards at Town Hall. This is going to be a Town Hall 11 facing against a Town Hall 10. So should be a pretty nice attack. Again, 2 stars, we want to see that at the minimum, but a 3rd star would be really nice for Team Reddit, Reddit's morale.
For sure. Let's get into the attack and watch it. BigBadDad getting started, and 6 healers with mass bowlers this time. So a lot of healers coming in on this attack.
Fully maxed out. Things are looking good. This is a pretty standard bowler attack. We've seen a lot of this inside of the rehearsals. 6 healers, again, like you said, Galadon, as well as a decent mix of spells as well.
Yep, 2 jump, 2 rage. Kind of a different, I'm used to seeing these mass bowler attacks from 11, maybe with earthquakes. But we will see as he's got the healers on those bowlers on the outside. Saving 2 for going down the center. Trying to get a bit of a funnel going. Obviously, you can see attacking from the far side away from the Town Hall, not real concerned about whether or not he's going to get the Town Hall. He's going for 3.
Absolutely. Looks like the heroes are doing fine. Jump spell has been dropped. Things are looking great. The Golem actually got a pretty decent job of taking most of the aggro from those defenses on the outside. Eternal Tome's going to pop right now.
Yeah, I like that. Saved it for when they were within range of that multi-target Inferno. And there it goes. Just manages to go down.
Now, this is where things can get a little bit hairy with the baby dragon inside of the clan castle. Not a lot of air inside of this deck, except for the Archer Queen, but she was able to tear through them, and there's still some bowlers left going through the base.
Yep, that last freeze spell went down right in the dead center and froze the heck out of that clan castle.
Ooh, calm with the language over there, Galadon. Looks like the Town Hall is going to be targeted by the King. Town Hall should drop right now, but again, it's just a question, is he going to get that 3rd star in this battle?
Yep, 70%. There goes the 2nd star, and there's a lot of bowlers left right here. You've got a massive number of bowlers. The healers have behaved. They're right on top of the Queen and the Grant and the Warden. There's no way this is not 3 stars. This is looking good for BBD.
Yep, this is exactly what Team Reddit needed. Still have the Queen's ability as well for some style points. Looks like things are going pretty good. And as we reach the higher 80s of percentage points dealt, things should be wrapping up pretty soon for a very cheeky 3-star attack.
Couple of cleanup archers on the outside grabbing those buildings. The Teslas looks like they may be some of the last units or structures left. But man, the Queen's ability still in pocket. He's going to be able to swag it right at the end. And this right here, the most dominant attack, kind of surprising. It maybe looked even better than Alvaro's 3-star.
Very nicely done. You see the Golem, actually I thought the Golem did a great job in the beginning of the raid, and towards the end, sort of fitting that it tanks that Tesla for the very last defensive structure. 100% for BBD. Team Reddit, welcome to the Reddit versus YouTube challenge.
That was solid.
All right.
Very solid.
Nice work, BBD.
Yep. Very nicely done. Again, you can see the fortune change when the Town Halls, they get to attack downwards, similar to Team YouTube.
So BBD got exactly what he was hoping for all week.
Yep.
And he came through, man. Clutch 3-star.
Yep. Very happy with that attack.
Yep. Sometimes it's hard to control whether his healers are going to go mid-attack, but they behaved. And the bowlers, I mean, the Golem, I think, the Golem was perfect.
Yeah, the Golem was perfect.
On nearly full health as well.
Yeah, let's go ahead and check out the replay right now to see exactly how that battle went down. You can see here, this is when most of the troops started to funnel their way into the center, and the rocks are just flying around this Town Hall 10.
Yeah, I like that. It's hard to see it, but that last jump spell opened up just about every enclosure in the core, of course, the Town Hall and everything else. And there you can see where the healers peel off. They healed the Golem for a while, and that's why that Golem was nearly full health. But again, they stick on the Queen and the Warden, and that's just RIP Town Hall 10.
It was very nicely done. Grand Warden stayed right near those bowlers for the majority of that battle as well. So a solid attack from BBD, and that's, that's exactly what we needed, as we said. Yep. And taking a look at the score, actually, with that 3-star attack for Team Reddit, that brings them up to 4 stars and 4 attacks. Team YouTube still in the lead with 9 after 4. But as you can see, anything can happen inside of this friendly challenge.
It is so close. YouTube having only just more than twice the number of stars.
Nice.
Reddit has.
You're a little biased as a YouTuber. Okay, I am.
No, but it's obviously, again, it's a friendly challenge, and it's about just the getting these guys together to do this. And we didn't expect it to be too close, but Reddit's doing a great job of keeping it as close as they can, using every opportunity. Can't wait to see Rlight, though, and what he's got planned.
All right, well, it looks like we only have one more name in the jug for attacking from YouTube. Let's go ahead and check out attack number 9, which, of course, is going to be Wicked yet again, this time on the offensive side of the map.
And Wicked, wonder who you'll be attacking.
Wonder.
I guess it's Zigg.
All right.
Okay.
Looks like we've got a Town Hall 10 on a Town Hall 10, another even matchup. Wicked, you must have known you've been attacking for the last couple of minutes since you were the final one.
Yes.
Great detective work there. What are you thinking going into this attack?
They try to get me some troll wall breakers already, so Zigg's got a good base, so it's going to be a tough one.
All right.
So
Very
good
humble.
to see. Good to see another 10v10. Zigg, any tricks up your sleeve there? Anti 3, or what are you thinking?
Anti 3, and I am quickly adjusting my defensive CC troops.
Oh, nice. On the fly. On the fly.
Don't let Yarn donate to you. But yeah, I think,
Can someone
holding Wicked to a 1-star here would be pretty good for Team Reddit. I think they don't want to bleed out too many stars for the remainder of this, and they want to keep it within range to where they have a couple of nice 2- and 3-star attacks, put themselves right back in the game.
Yep, that's true. It's going to be it's tough. The 3 stars at Town Hall 10 versus 10 are not as easy as they look.
Oh, no way.
Especially without this scouting.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously in war, you've got a lot of these elite clans that are shooting for that, but here, they have no time to scout, and they just got to go right at it and kind of YOLO some of these attacks.
Yeah, so you could say Yo-Loon. Well, as we get ready to get into the next attack, this is the final attack from YouTube before halftime, where we're going to go ahead and put the names back into the cookie jar, I guess you can
do it
call
all over again.
And we're going to do it all over again to see who comes out on top. So what are you thinking, Galadon? What are you thinking for this attack right here?
Well, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be 2 stars. Yeah. That's what I would have if I have to guess. I mean, Wicked's skilled, but obviously Zigg's had some experience defending against Town Hall 10s. They do a lot of wars over there in Reddit.
I think Zigg's a little scared. I see her waiting on that friendly challenge button.
Yep.
Wicked,
well, we might see that friendly challenge button at some point.
Wicked's a pretty
there it is.
intimidating guy over there with the crisscross applesauce. All right, there's the friendly challenge. Looks like we're about to get right into the battle. Again, Wicked versus Zigg. Let's go ahead and get into the final YouTube attack of this first half.
Do it. All right, there we go. So another mass attack, mass miners, 4 healers. Get used to seeing that, and we'll just have to see how the funnel works here. Again, Queen healer walking to start this attack off. 2 heals, 2 rage, and a freeze.
So it looks like the Queen's going to clean up some of these buildings, start drifting towards the right before she might catch that barracks on the left. And there's the King on the right-hand side. Yep. So obviously targeting that Town Hall with the anti-3 from Zigg, and definitely going to be going for at least 2 stars inside of this attack.
Yep, so I've seen that. You see a lot of this. It's Queen and King separate. There they go, right down the middle. So the heroes that kind of funnel a little bit, and the miners go right down. And hopefully, with just 2 heal spells, she's going to get those in there and try to stop there. Speaking of stopping the King, Expo, and Inferno Tower all at the same time.
Very nicely done. Poison spell going to go on to those minions as the miners chop away on that Town Hall. First star is down for Wicked, and at this point it looks like he's going to be going for the 50. He's already at 40%.
Looks good. The Queen's got 1 healer, but she's quickly falling to the air defense. Queen still has her ability. There's the 2nd star.
All right.
So 2 stars in the pocket, but the 3rd, it's always hard to tell how many miners are left, how far they can get.
Well, as Molt says, 2 stars win wars. I'm not sure about friendly battles. Let's see as we continue. 60% almost for those miners, but the skeletons and the minions, they burnt those to shreds.
Yep. They just, that baby dragon that survived, as well as those minions from the CC, just annihilated whatever was left.
Absolutely. Looks like the Queen is down. That is the final troop, but 2 stars for Team YouTube. Honestly, pretty solid. They were already in the lead.
Yep, I was kind of expecting that, and that was a solid defense. It was probably smart to have the anti-3 up to make sure that didn't happen. And, rather than gambling and trying to hope to hold Wicked to 1, you chose to try to hold them to 2, which I think was probably wise. Good choice, you think?
Yeah, I think I did it well.
All right, Wicked, what about you? Taking 2 stars right there, already being in the lead. Team YouTube, you guys feeling good?
Feeling really good.
Feeling like we're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
All right. I think we're in good shape.
Who's driving this car, this proverbial car?
What kind of car?
I'm not exactly sure.
Okay. I'll drive.
Typical YouTuber answer.
Nice. Yeah, classic. Well, that was attack number 9 only one last attack. Oh, and we saved the best for last.
We did. We did. I wonder who's attacked. I wonder who it could be. Oh, look, it's Rlight. Rlight is attacking for Reddit. So, best of luck to you.
All right. Well, looks like we've got Bruno defending a Town Hall 9 versus a Town Hall 11. Guys, this is where the magic happens. Rlight.
Nightmare scenario.
So, Rlight, how are you feeling? What's the goal for this attack? I'm going to be realistic and say 1 star would be great, but...
Well, Pat, I'm a little more optimistic. I'm almost positive I'll get 3 stars.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Bruno, good luck with that. You're about to get tripled, apparently, so...
Yeah, I have an easy base here. Maybe a chance to 2-star, maybe.
Yeah.
Help them.
All right. Bruno,
feeling bad.
Ever humble, trying to hold Rlight to 2.
Yeah. Well, let's see how conscious Rlight is after being in that cat cafe with all that catnip. Things could be getting to his head a little bit towards the very beginning.
That's true.
But we're going to get ready to get into attack number 10, and that's before halftime. You know, again, Reddit, getting even 1 star from this attack would be great.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be tough no matter who he was facing. Now he's facing an 11 as opposed to a 10. I think we had seen him grab a couple of 2 stars off of 10s earlier in the week in practice, but an 11, I rarely see an 11 get 2-starred.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to get into that attack right now. Again, Rlight attacking Bruno. 9 versus 11. Already started off with the Golems and Valkyries, on the bottom left-hand side. Wizards and Heroes as well. He's face rolling on that iPad.
Maybe a little bit of a pity base setup. Give me 1 star right there. Give me 1
look at
star
those
with
goblins.
the anti-3. Was that goblins coming out of the CC? Oh, they're wall breakers. Wall breakers out of the defensive clan castle. You've got to love it. Level 20 king in there up against a level 40 archer queen. And quickly, 29% of that eagle is just going to town.
All right, looks like at 30%, the Wizards on the bottom right are doing their best, but simply not enough percentage points.
Yeah.
But looks like Bruno had a bit of a charity case and gave up that 1st star.
Yep.
Oh no. Oh. Tell the kids to look away. Don't look.
Look away.
I can't see that.
Oh, that was just not pretty.
All right. Well,
top of the screen, last archer.
Firing off. Oh, there it is. Depressing
Good
stuff.
effort.
Rlight having a good time though in the player cam.
Yeah.
1 star. Pretty solid stuff. You know, that's every star counts.
Exactly. And Rlight has been a great sport all week. Knew that he was going to be up against it no matter what happened. And so supremely confident for the 3, but that was fun to watch.
So I got a third of the way there.
Yeah, you got a third of the way there.
I mean, 36%. That was pretty good. I think we saw some low 20s earlier in the week, so definitely a big improvement.
Yeah.
And again, we have to thank Rlight for showing up at the last minute. One of the other Reddit players had to cancel, so Rlight was able to fill in, and that's one of the reasons that you guys have a Town Hall 9.
Well, let's go ahead and check the scoreboard after our first set of attacks. That was the first 10, and we'll go into another 10 after a quick break. But it looks like Team YouTube taking a pretty solid 11-5 lead going into that second half.
Yep, but we've got another round, and again, we'll draw the names at random. So we will have different matchups, hopefully, and some different dynamics in the second round.
Currently here in Helsinki, Finland, having a battle between both Reddit as well as YouTube. And so far, YouTube's in the lead.
Yep, it's been a lot of fun. It's a friendly challenge. They're all in the same clan. Everybody gets 2 attacks. We're halfway through. And Reddit, well, they're a little bit behind. It's 11-5. But Reddit's been a little overpowered in the Town Hall selection. So we kind of expected something like this to happen. But again, it's about, everybody getting together and having fun.
Yep, absolutely. I think it should shape up to be exciting in the second half. Of course, there is the factor of RNG when deciding who's going to be attacking who. But you've got BBD pulling out a 3-star. I know there's some other good attacks we're going to see. So I got some faith in Reddit to pull this one back in.
Okay, well, now's their chance because they are up first in the beginning of the second round. So I will draw the first name. We put all the names back in, and we're going to randomly draw and see who is attacking from Reddit. Just one person. Let 2 of you attack at once, but okay. Yesiac, you're up first.
Let's do this.
All right.
All right, so Yesiac's going to be on the offensive. Again, a Town Hall 10 facing off against Yarn from Orange Juice.
Okay.
Town Hall 11. Whew. Yarn, you going to be trapping again, or what's the game plan going into this attack?
I actually have a war specialist that made this space for me, and it's never been 3-starred in history. It's very unique. No one has ever seen this base.
Wow. I'm excited to see it.
Okay, well, I think that record will probably hold. Yesiac,
I'm glad you have faith in me, Galadon.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have faith in much any Town Hall 10 attacker to 3-star and 11. But you did very well earlier against the other 10. And obviously shooting for a solid 2, I would imagine.
Shooting for 2 at best, yeah. It is against Town Hall 11. I'm a fairly new Town Hall 10, so maybe the odds aren't great, but we've been having a lot of fun this week, so I think Yarn's going to make it a pretty fun experience.
That's good to hear.
Yep.
And I mean, that's exactly how I feel. I mean, everybody's had a blast this week.
Don't tell me you're about to get all sentimental.
So, and it's just been, it's so great to see the communities. They're sometimes so far apart. Reddit and YouTube, and you know, it's cool to see everybody hang out together and interact, and it's just been a lot of fun. I mean, I love these trips when you can see new faces. You got me started. You can see new faces coming in, and it's just, you know, again, it's not a war.
Yeah.
You know, they're not wearing sweatshirts and stuff. They're all together.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into the next attack. What is this base?
What happened?
Hello?
Oh my goodness.
Well, looks like we've got Yesiac attacking Yarn, and something must have happened with this base design. This one's pretty interesting.
Never been 3-starred in all of history.
Wow. Well, Town Hall 10 versus a Town Hall 11. This is going to give Yesiac a shot again. Town Hall's still in the center. It's not the easiest to get to, and it could prove to be a little bit annoying.
Well, here come the Valkyries, and that's the clan castle activation early. That lava hound's going to interfere. But we'll see where the level 17 heroes head.
All right, looks like the Valkyries are going to make their way through to the very center, but they don't have a rage spell on them anymore. They're going to smack that queen down, but as they get closer to that Town Hall, they're actually going to get sniped down. The Town Hall is still remaining.
Yeah, you still got about a half a dozen of them, but they look like they were pretty badly damaged. Lava pups hunted them down. They fell in between those wizard towers, and that was all she wrote.
This sneaky base from OJ.
Wow.
40%. That's enough for an old shield, but it's not enough for a star inside of this friendly challenge. Rough stuff for Team Reddit.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, you know, anytime you're overpowered that much, no matter the base design, it's going to be tough. So, but it's the new.
That might be in my next video.
The new anti-1-star base.
Absolutely. Well, let's go ahead and check that out real quick inside of the replay. Again, an interesting base design, one that you don't see too often, unless one of your clanmates forgets to swap it inside of a clan war. But this is where you can see that the Valkyries made their way to the Town Hall, but without the jump spell, they had to go all the way around, and they weren't able to take that Town Hall out.
Yeah, see, the jump went down, but was a little bit late, and I think maybe the larger group was still there with the Archer Queen, but they fell pretty quickly once they ran into those twin wizard towers.
Yeah, absolutely. The tower's able to take it down. OJ, what's with that base, man? What's the secret?
It's an anti-1-star base. So, like I said, a war specialist helped me formulate that, and it did its work.
Wow, very nicely done. Yesiac, what about you? I'm sure you were a little bit surprised to see that base design.
Yeah, I didn't really know how to figure that one out. Definitely threw me for a loop just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, Valkyries like to go wherever they like to go, so it was interesting for sure.
Yeah, I think interesting's a pretty good way to describe that base.
Yeah, there's probably no other way to put it, but we did see that one earlier today, and it's nice to see it out again. And it's surprising how difficult that can be, even with an open base design like that, to get in and grab stars. So
absolutely.
Good effort, though. Good effort from Team Reddit. And with that being said, I think we're moving on to another YouTuber attack.
Let's go ahead and do it. Pulling the name from the jar from Team YouTube, we're going to have Wicked. So Wicked's been involved in the last couple of battles after sort of taking a nap there in the beginning. Let's see who's going to be facing against.
Wicked will have to wake up and face Rlight.
Ooh. All right.
So we'll get this out of the way earlier this time. So I won't hold it off for the last round.
He is a Town Hall 10, though. Keep that in mind. It could be worse. So Town Hall 10 versus a Town Hall 9. Wicked, how's this going to alter your game plan going up against Rlight?
I'm not sure. I think I might get the solid 1-star on the base. Yes.
Humble, as always.
Yeah, solid 1-star.
He's got a solid base.
And Rlight, well, this is probably about the ideal situation for you guys. You didn't want to see another 11 attacking you.
It really is. There are a lot of TH11s over there, so Wicked is I stand a shot.
So it's a good draw, and a lot of this has depended upon maybe, BBD drawing people that he can 3, and you hopefully not getting 3'd, so maybe this is your shot right here.
It's my time to shine.
All right. I don't know. What do you think? Town Hall 10, Town Hall 9. What are the percentage chances of a 3?
Ooh, I think they're pretty high. I'm sorry about that, Rlight, but Team YouTube, they've been doing pretty well so far. Town Hall 9's It's really tough against Town Hall 10s, especially before even Town Hall 11 came out. It was sort of tough, and with the addition of all these new troops since then, it could stand to be a little bit difficult for him to stay in there.
Sounds like Wicked maybe was just trying to be nice.
Yeah, I think he's got that Australian humbleness over there, so we'll see what happens.
Well, let's get into the battle and watch how it unfolds.
All right, so again, it's going to be a Town Hall 10 versus a Town Hall 9. It's already starting off right here. You've got the Queen and the healers starting off on the right-hand side of the map.
36 miners coming in on this one. This is going to be a miner massacre in a moment here.
I think it could be a major massacre in a second. All the miners, like you said, 36 of them alongside 2 heals, 2 rages, as well as a free spell. And there go the miners on the bottom right.
Yeah, miners moving in. We've seen this earlier. The king and the queen separated. The healers working up there on the archer queen. Here comes the clan castle. Poison on the golem. And the miners are moving in after the town hall. And looks like the first star is on its way as that town hall's just about to fall.
All right, looks like the healers are going to get onto that miner. They're getting smacked down by the air defense, though, but the miners are finally going to lock onto it and take that first star of the battle. Now, still plenty of spells left as the miners massacre their way through the base. It's just a matter if he's going to get that 3rd star by now.
Exactly. With no Inferno Towers to burn on these guys, the heal spell, if you get it in the right spot, it's kind of like Hog Riders. You've got to watch that pathing, and it looks like he's done a pretty good job of getting those miners, at least on the left-hand side, healed back up.
Yep, looks like the miners are going to get that rage spell dropped on them to take out the Tesla. They're probably going to circle around to some of these buildings on the outside, which obviously isn't 100% ideal. But still, with that free spell remaining, plus those level 2 miners, let's see if he's able to pull out that 3rd star.
That's a lot of miners there on the left-hand side as they work their way in. You can see if things have gotten quiet, and it's kind of hard to tell, but that's a big group. And the freeze spell,
he's still got a freeze.
Interesting choice, but we'll see where it gets used maybe on the Expo. Tesla.
Pretty nice job of the miners for not staying too grouped together for the Wizard Tower. There's the free spell onto the Expo and the Tesla, trying to make sure that those single target damage dealing defenses, say that 5 times fast, don't get a hold of those miners and to take them out too quickly.
A couple of big hit point structures though, the 2 storages, and then a lot of defenses still stand on the right hand side.
Look how tanky that elixir storage is though. The level 2 miners plus the Expo having so much HP. This one's not going to be a 3 Galadon.
Nope. Yep. Wow. Held it off.
All right.
Well done by Rlight. Holds off 90% 2-star.
Wow.
Close, but no cigar.
Every 10's nightmare.
Hey, he just had a thing pop up. How would you rate this game? What would you say?
1 star for me, 5 star for the game.
A 2-star.
I got to ask you, Arite, is there anyone you want to dedicate that defense to? That was heroic.
I got to dedicate that defense to the cats.
To the cats.
Oh, no.
Cat crazy.
That's
cat crazy. Well, it worked out.
Yeah, that again was probably what they were hoping for. To stop a 3 right there was ideal. And so maybe what we should do now is take a look at the score, see how we're doing after that 2-star attack. And YouTube still with a pretty commanding lead, 13-5.
Yeah, 13-5, 4 attacks left for both squads. Again, still a shot to get a couple of high-star attacks from Team Reddit, but that does require YouTube to make some mistakes. They've definitely got the game in the palm of their vlogging hands right now.
That's right, they do. So it'll be interesting. This next round, we'll see who gets paired up. And I believe there we are, 13th draw. So we'll have Reddit on the attack. Lucky number 13.
Let's see who it is.
It's going to be Rlight.
Oh,
yes.
The star of the show.
Immediately, yes, we've seen a lot of Rlight recently. So from defense to attack.
Well, there's about a 60% chance, if you take a look at that mult math, that we're going to get Rlight attacking a Town Hall 11. So it looks like defensively, pick out of the right trophy, we've got Powerbang on defense. A Town Hall 10.
Okay.
Definitely one of the better opponents that he could have drawn.
I think so. And so what do you think, Rlight? This is better than the first round. You're facing a 10 instead of an 11.
That's true. He's not a TH11, so I think I have a pretty good chance here.
So guaranteed 3?
I'm thinking under a minute.
3 in under 60 seconds. Excellent. All right.
Definitely a little bit out there. Powerbang, what about you? You're swapping some stuff around right now?
I'm trying to find a base with a town hall near the edge.
What a nice
and I've got one.
He donates you guys wall breakers, you donate him stars. I don't see how that works out.
I don't know.
It's all about the love.
That's right.
It's friendly, man. We're all friends here.
That's true.
Don't. Traps right in front of it, though.
It's YouTuber kindness, man.
Don't get Galadon all sentimental next to me, guys. Come on.
Well, hey, we got tissue somewhere, I'm sure.
He's going to have to redo his makeup if you do too much of that. Well, anyways, we're getting ready to get into the next attack. This is attack number 13, lucky number 13.
Yep.
No surprise that Rlight would get that number 13 attack. But again, attacking the Town Hall 10, he's got a shot for 2 stars on this one.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think that, he's got some experience. We saw his first attack on the 11 was solid. And so I would definitely hope for 2 stars from Rlight right here.
All right, let's go ahead and get that attack starting off. 2 golems on the top right-hand side. There's a Town Hall near the edge. So obviously an anti-3. Going to give him a little bit of leniency with that Town Hall so close to the side. But let's see what he can do to get that Town Hall.
Powerbang says he chose the correct side of the base.
I got one thing.
Headed after the Town Hall, so right away the Valkyrie's going to grab that first star.
Looks like
Jump spell.
Jump spell is going to be plopped. That's going to get 2 compartments. Not going to get all 3 of them. He's going to get a little bit closer to those Infernos. And by closer, be all up in their business. 20%. Free spell's finally going to pop.
They blasted right through that next set of wall, the rage spell though, so that works out pretty well. Jump spell not really needed when you've got Valkyries under rage. And 30% though, the second star, it's going to be tough.
And there goes the Queen. The Queen doing her favorite thing, walking away from absolutely everything. The Golem is actually still alive, which is generally not the most fun thing to see at the end of the raid. That means it didn't do its job by tanking all the damage for the rest of your troops. So at 33%, a valiant effort from Rlight, but I don't know about that second star.
No, Golem doing its best, but nowhere near anybody, and was not able to save the Queen. And these last archers, it's just desperation.
Ooh, it seems to be a theme of some of these battles, the Arch of Brutality. We've got 2 on the bottom left on the Dark Barracks. Whew, that's a little bit rough right there. 9 spectators, and they're watching this bloodbath go down. He's going to end the carnage before it gets any worse.
Yeah, that was a tough one. But 1 star, and that's a tough base. Anti-3 may be a 1-star gimme, but the second star, never easy.
Yeah, absolutely. Not the easiest pulling 2 stars from a Town Hall 10 as a Town Hall 9, especially so spaced out with the Inferno towers like that. But let's go ahead and check out the replay right now to see exactly what happened during that battle. So this is when he started to make his way past the Town Hall in the very beginning, and things turned into a giant cluster of death.
Yep, the freeze spell only on the Tesla and the Expo. The Valkyries blasted through that wall into rage.
And notice the Golems. The Golems were sort of hanging back there for a while. They weren't able to get there quickly enough to help out the Valkyrie. And the Queen minding her own business as she goes for that Elixir Collector. She got a little bit greedy right there.
The jump spell was right next to her, but both of those enclosures had already been cleared out. So obviously she's going to path back towards the outside. Not ideal. And maybe that was what cost Rlight the second star. Because otherwise, Queen goes inside, Golem tanks for the Queen.
3-star attack.
Every time. In 58 seconds.
Yeah,
exactly.
So not quite exactly what you're hoping for, Rlight, but
those golems didn't go exactly where I wanted them to, so it caused a lot of trouble.
Rough stuff. What about you, Powerbang? How are you feeling after that Town Hall donation right there?
I feel good about it. I was hoping that he wouldn't overcommit to the Town Hall compartment. I wanted just a few Valks to go in there with the Golems, get that Town Hall, and then send the rest around the flanks, because there wasn't a whole lot in the core.
Are you rooting for Team Reddit, or what's the deal over here, man?
I'm pulling for him to make it close. So
yeah.
So yeah, it was a good job getting that Town Hall, though.
Yeah, it's in your blood as the YouTube workout to try to help people. Yeah,
exactly.
Is that the reputation we have?
I mean, we heard a lot this week about the Reddit people watching your videos, and so that was, it's good to see. It's good to see the videos on Reddit. And
I should have watched a couple more.
YouTubers on there. Maybe they should have watched a couple more. You said, all right.
Right on.
Well, nonetheless, that was solid, and I think it's time for YouTube to turn around and grab another few stars. Possibly.
Right. Possibly. They seem to have done a good job of that so far. Let's go ahead and get into our next attack from Team YouTube. And reining it in, it's going to be Bruno. Town Hall 11, attacking Team Reddit.
All right. I will draw and see which one of you is going to be attacked by, and it's going to be Zigg. Zigg, so 11 v10.
Okay.
All right.
11 v10, Bruno. Doesn't look like you're making too many adjustments. Pretty confident in your strategy over there?
Yeah, I'll go the miners. No other way.
Miners.
Yep. Let's go for the tube, safe tube, maybe 3.
What about Clan Castle troops? You able to get some good ones this time, or what?
Yeah, this time I'm like, Powerbank helped me, so Rlight couldn't get me those Hog Riders now. So that's it.
I made the difference inside of the last battle, so good thing you got those sorted out.
So that one Hog Rider made a 1-star difference. So they're doing some last-minute adjustments over here. Katie kind of coaching, taking a look at things, seeing if there's anything they can do.
That's actually account sharing against the terms of service, so
that'll be dealt with.
Supercell plugins in the background.
Yeah, that'll be dealt with after the stream.
Enjoy your 2-week ban, but Zigg.
So how you feeling over there, Zigg? You ready to try to stop this raid?
Yeah. See if I can prevent the 3 again.
All right.
All right, good.
Lofty expectations. Well, getting ready to get into that next battle. This is number 14 of the day. There will only be 3 attacks left for Reddit after this one. YouTube already has 3 remaining. So we can see what they're able to pull out. Again, Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 10. Mass miners. We saw like 46 last time, and this one's no different. 46 mass miners.
We are seeing a lot of the mass attacks, so we'll get right into it. And a little bit of a variation of a southern teaser there. All those exposed buildings at the bottom. Definitely vulnerable to anything like miners, bowlers, Valkyries.
Yeah, this is definitely a solid base to attack with miners, not having to worry about all those wall compartments up top that normally might deter you from a southern teaser. Looks like most of the miners, or about half of them, had been dropped until he does a little bit of face roll to bring the rest of them out. And Grand Warden's going to be able to get a lot of miners inside of that aura.
Yep, the heroes stand right on top of the miners, so that's going to be effective. There is the aura. There's the Eternal Tome, and the miners soaking it in, getting right up to the Town Hall, and you can see they were right on the edge of that Eternal Tome, but that worked out really well.
Yeah, the Rage spell absolutely helped those miners demolish that Town Hall. 31% in. You'd think there would be more with all the destruction in the center, but having that southern teaser, there's a lot of buildings to go through on the very bottom, so those miners have a ways to go before getting that 3rd star that Bruno's going for.
Yep, I mean, with miners, with that mass miner attack, 1st star was a gimme. 2nd star, there it goes. And again, it's hard to tell what you've got left as far as can they close in on a 3rd star or not, because as they tunnel underground, are there 6, are there 16 right there?
Yeah, we've got some really solid tanking by the Golem and the Giant right there. They're gonna do a little 2-step towards the top. Meanwhile, Grand Warden and miners cleaning up on the left, heroes on the right, still swagging out with both of the hero abilities. Bruno getting a little bit of revenge. This is going to be a 3rd star for Team YouTube.
Yep, and that's at least half a dozen, maybe more miners right there. There go both of the heroes' abilities right at the end. 98, just a matter of time. They gotta work their way all the way around the base.
There they go.
Maybe they don't have time. Only 1:20 to get to these last 2 structures.
It's so quiet without the miners popped up.
Yeah,
they pop up and it's madness.
The miners tunnel for about a half a mile there as they get to that last, and that's it.
The shovel beatdown. Getting hit by a shovel would not be fun.
No, it's brutal. I've talked about that before.
Yeah?
Being hit by a shovel?
Yeah.
Just from that one time.
We should try it with you sometime.
I wouldn't hit you with a sharp end.
Thanks for that one. Well, Bruno, 3 stars, man. That was a nice little revenge after the 49% earlier.
My first attack was not good. A lot of pressure, no. But the second one, I could make the 3-star and kind of.
That's tough. That's tough.
Very nicely done.
And Zigg, unable to stop the 3, but Town Hall 11 miners.
Even with the account sharing.
Yeah, what was that last minute adjustment you guys were talking about over there?
Oh, I was debating between 2 bases.
Okay.
So apparently, yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably true.
That's true.
You can't expect too much more from that.
Yep. Town Hall 11 versus Town Hall 10. But that's going to do it for attack, I believe, number 14. So let's check out the scoreboard right now. You've got Team YouTube with 16, Team Reddit with 6. 3 attacks left. We're going to have to see some heroic efforts, including tampering with game devices.
Yeah, I think that's about what it's going to take. Some ClashCon developer raids, I think, might be in order here. But 10 stars down with just 3 attacks left. It's a tall order, but hey, it's been fun. It's always good to get you guys in here. And friendly battles. Just trying to remind you.
Let's get the next attack.
This isn't war. Okay, let's draw the next attacks.
Cool. So we're going to have Team Reddit attacking Team YouTube again. This is attack number 15. So let's see what they can pull out.
All right. Katie, best of luck. You are up next.
Reddit Pirates. All right. Looks like Katie is going to be attacking. Dun, 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 dun. Wicked. All right. Wicked's back on defense. Town Hall 10 versus Town Hall 10. Not necessarily a mirror matchup, but an even battle.
Exactly.
Bowler.
Exactly. And so we've got a very experienced Katie over there, and she's obviously highly focused. Looks like she's.
I counted wrong. I changed my army, and now I want to change it back.
So now that you know you're going up against a 10, Katie, you change your strategy a little bit?
Well, I had changed my army because I was counting, thinking I was going to hit an 11, and then I am now changing it back because I counted wrong.
All right.
How can I help you out with some troops? Looks like you have an empty clan castle there.
Bowlers.
Hey, Galadon, you and I could do some donations right now.
That's true.
Maybe.
I don't think I have max bowlers on this account.
Do you have anything on that account?
So I wouldn't want to hurt them.
It's okay.
All right, Wicked. How you feeling on defense versus 10? You've been humble so far. Let's see some bravado. You're up 10 stars.
I'm gonna give a.
Yeah, it's full.
I'm pretty confident that she'll get at least a 1 star on this base. Yeah. But she's a really good attacker for Reddit Pirates, and I hope she does well.
So much friendliness, Galadon. You're right.
Hey, I'm telling you, it's been a good week, and so I'm personally I would love to see a 3-star from a 10 versus 10.
That'd be awesome.
Not easy, but then again, we got to talk about the fact that they have a very, very limited amount of scouting they can do.
Yeah.
I mean, even though this is friendly, it's not like they handed over their bases and said, this is exactly what I'm going to have, this is where my traps are going to be.
Yep.
So they have very limited time, so it does make it a lot tougher to see the really advanced war strategies that you might see otherwise.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the things with these events. It's very dynamic, especially when you're pulling names out of a proverbial hat. It can make it a little bit tough for the players attacking. Let's go ahead and check out that battle right now between Katie and Wicked and see what the Town Hall 10s can pull out.
All right. Katie's got 19 bowlers, half a dozen healers. And so we'll have to see exactly how this works out as the queen drops in from the top of the screen.
All right, looks like the giant, the wizards are going down. Gonna start clearing out some of those buildings on the top right-hand side. The queen is still working on those gold mines. Things are looking okay so far, but there go the bowlers on the top left.
Yep, that's a few of them. Not all of them are going down there with the rest of the healers. And as the queen works her way in, trying to create that funnel,
crap.
here come the bowlers, and still 14. I hear Katie not too happy with a couple of placements there, as the last of the bowlers are going to come in behind the archer queen.
All right, well, the great question, are they going to go into the gap or are they going to go around the side? It looks like a mix, and a jump spell is going to go down, though. Things are still okay. The bowlers can path back over. They're just awfully fat and slow, to be quite honest.
Still continuing to move to the left. That was a correction jump spell. Trying to get the comeback. Oh, man. Bowlers got all the way around.
They've got a mind of their own.
The base. And that was another desperation. That jump looks like it's too far to the inside. Yep, it's not going to bring him in either. And we've got a bowler go around.
Well, the King's been doing a great job hanging out in the center of the base, fighting off as the freeze spell drops, trying to keep him alive for a little bit longer, but I believe there's only some Barbarians in there. And the bowlers, they're hanging out with the Giants, but they're at the wrong party right now. They needed to be with the King and the Queen.
If we could have gotten a left turn out of those bowlers a little bit early right here, where they finally went through before they had split up, then you see a 2-star for sure. But instead, half a dozen of them or so went around the bottom of the base, branched off, and now that Town Hall, there's no way it's going down at this point.
All right, 58% did end up getting that 1-star.
Oh, then again, they speak too soon.
They turned around.
The long range from the bowlers. No, okay.
No.
But gotta love the bounce dynamic, the way the bowlers work.
Just brutal to watch. Brutal to watch with those archers at the end of these battles. Well, 60% for Katie against Wicked. Again, most of us know where it went wrong. Wasn't able to funnel them in right there.
Yeah, we'll probably be able to take a look at that. But Katie, bowlers didn't quite behave.
Man, broke that. The funnel just like totally didn't get built.
Yeah, I saw
That's definitely my bad.
Drop the bowlers down in a couple of stages. The second stage went down, and maybe those first group of bowlers hadn't quite completed the funnel on the left-hand side, and it looked, you could tell
it was close.
You wanted them to go in behind the archer queen, and it looked like they were.
As soon as they turned, I was like, well,
it was about a second difference.
Couldn't get them back in.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a look at the replay.
Great idea.
And maybe we will see. We were exactly where that went wrong right there.
Yep.
As the vast majority of the bowlers go far left.
Yeah, if they were able to get on the right-hand side, she still had that jump spell, so dropping that right on top of the clan castle somewhere near there to get to the town hall would have been able to make that happen. But because they went to the other side, things just sort of went haywire and had a very split attack.
Now right there, that jump spell, if that jump spell is one more tile to the left, I'm thinking the bowlers go in and they path in after the town hall.
Right, that would have been a heroic save.
Game of inches.
Yeah.
Game of inches.
Game of tiles.
Game of pixels at that.
Alan, I think you need this.
Oh yeah, the tears for your makeup, Galadon. might need to keep that together.
Thank you so much for the tissues, but we'll wait and hand that over to Team Reddit in a few minutes.
The announcers are biased.
We've got 5 attacks left to determine who's going to be the winner, although it does seem a little bit...
It's a friendly challenge.
Yeah.
And YouTube is pretty far ahead. Let's take a look at the score, and you can see 9-star lead, so Reddit did manage to close the gap a little bit there, but we only have 5 attacks remaining, And 9 stars to pick up is a tough call, but it's been fun.
It's been a lot of fun. And YouTube actually has 3 attacks left, so we're going to start with them on the very next attack. Let's see what we've got. All right, so attacking for YouTube, it will be Yarn from Orange Juice. Town Hall 11.
Yarn.
Ready to get his attack
He's ready. I can tell he's excited, and we'll see if he'll pick up. I think we only have the 10s and an 11 left. That's two names. Let's just draw you one name. I know you're good, but not that good. Yesiac.
All right.
Yesiac. Town Hall 10.
Yep.
So Yarn, we saw the Yo Loon. What's up next? You doing a little repeat or?
Well, I've been practicing the strat for 2 years now. Just sending the loons to the left, sending to the right. Don't plan your attacks and just get 3 stars. Nice. Let's see how that goes.
That's how I like to play Clash of Clans.
This is for you, Brian.
Wow. Well, Yesiac, how does that sound to you? Unplanned attack, just demolishing your base.
Well, I'm hoping they're not demolishing the base, you know. It'll be nice if they don't. That's what I can hope for. I can dream, right?
I like it.
So we'll see how it works out.
Good, good. Always good to keep positive attitude.
Yep.
Right?
Stay positive. Last 5 attacks again of the Reddit versus YouTube challenge. YouTube having the majority of those with 3 left. Reddit did get that one last attack in before we took a commercial break. So this is where miracles need to happen. We need a negative star attack from Yarn. That would be fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know. We talk about negative elixir trades, but negative star trades, that might be new.
Yeah. Well, you never know what the producers might do behind the scenes, but let's go ahead and hop into that next battle between Yarn and Yesiac. And it looks like we might be seeing the same Yo Loon yet again.
Looks pretty similar. Got the 3 hounds, 18 balloons. I believe that's the identical troop comp, and you see the 5 haste spells that may just be cleanup. And again, we saw this earlier. Interestingly enough, Yesiac does not close the gap on the bottom right, leaving that gap and Yarn taking advantage of it, dropping units in there right at the start.
Yeah, take a look at that placement. The minions are actually going to do work against that golem. The golem melted fairly quickly, and now the lava, or the queen's going to have to deal with all those troops. The queen's going to die before her spell even pops.
Go, baby dragon!
Wow, she went down fast. I'm telling you, baby dragons in the clan castle, the troop of tomorrow.
Looks like things aren't going quite as planned, but again, Yarn is that Town Hall 11. He's dropping all of the hounds as well as the balloons.
Ringing the base with those balloons, moving in after the defenses. Lots of stuff on the outside. That's good. The top of the base, too. Got a lot of air defenses left up there.
I see a lot of dead balloons hitting the ground. The king is on the outside, not necessarily tanking, had that jump spell remaining, maybe to get that king into the center, but still plenty of defenses left.
Last lava hound went down, too. No lava hounds left, 2 air defenses still up. This does not look good for 3.
Well, he's not going to leave empty-handed. He does have 60% and that 1 star. And yeah, we've got a lot of troops just hanging out on the outside. King and the Warden are going to be doing some work up top, but still, even at level 40 for the King and 20 for the Warden, they shouldn't be able to do too much more to this base.
Yeah, it looks pretty solid. You had the lava hound versus the king in the center there, but did not work out. And
I can live with that.
Yarn maybe with a little charity there, trying to go easy and just be 1 star.
Well, it all went
Don't
wrong
make
from the beginning.
excuses for him, Galadon.
The little placement area where the king, queen, and golem went down, it turned into a bit of a bloodbath. Wasn't able to get some of those buildings down in the beginning. You might need to get 3 stars with the Yo Loon. So,
yeah. So Yesiac, let me ask, because you've been attacked by that with this base design a couple of times this week, and you never closed that gap down there. Is that kind of a teaser trap you think
This
you got
is,
set up right there?
I'll call it that. At least for this, in this case, he dropped the golem and it immediately was stuck in that area with all the minions coming after it. But in truth, I didn't realize it was there, and multiple people didn't realize it was there until it was too late to change it, because the 24-hour cooldown would have prevented me from using that base at all, and I wouldn't have had the time to.
Good point. So we do have to deal with that 24-hour cooldown, but it did almost look like a trap, and it worked out perfectly right there. The queen
I'll just say I planned it.
So let's take a look at the replay, and we'll see exactly where that happened as the units went in that gap and devastation.
Yep, Baby Dragon and the minions did work on that golem, taking it to shreds. Again, that was a fully maxed out level 5 golem. Then they turned to the queen, and he wanted to take out those air defense before the battle started, and the balloons started making their way over.
Yep, and you just got way too many air defenses that are remaining up. The balloons kind of ringing around, and
no way.
No.
Scared of the baby dragon.
Yeah, that happens.
Apparently.
It happens.
Baby Dragon, underrated.
OJ, what's the thoughts on the attack, man?
Well, I've never had the Yo Loon fail on me before, so I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, the no loon. I like that. I like that. Well, with that attack bringing 1 star to Team YouTube, that's going to obviously alter our scoreboard, but things have been sort of out of hand for a while. This one might not make a great difference as it currently is 17-7 with only 2 attacks remaining.
A 10-star lead with 2 attacks remaining. I could call somebody to do the math for me. Not going to say the name, but yeah, that's maybe insurmountable. But we will watch the last 2 attacks nonetheless and see how it works out. I know we've got at least a Town Hall 11 yet to attack here in the final attacks.
Yeah,
Reddit.
And BBD, he has almost half their stars with that big 3-star attack.
That's true.
Earlier. So let's see if he gets matched up with one of the lower level Town Halls. That would be nice. I think there's maybe only Powerbang remaining as far as the 10s go. Wicked already got attacked. So not exactly sure. We'll see.
Well, we'll see. Let's draw a name.
Draw it out.
And see who is up next. And indeed, it is not BBD. Zigg is up next. So Zigg will be attacking next for Team Reddit.
All right. And Zigg having a choice of attacks. It's going to be Bruno. Town Hall 11, Team Reddit, again on the uphill climb as far as Town Hall levels go.
So maybe first time that we've seen Zigg attack up today, or was it the second? We saw it earlier. So both times, unfortunately, Zigg not getting a chance to try her 10 versus 10 skills. How do you feel about attacking up again, Zigg?
I'm getting used to it.
It's very true.
It's kind of the mantra of Team Reddit this week is attacking up.
Yep.
So
Bruno, what about you? Who'd you defend against the first time?
Don't know.
So we're just zoning out over there? Well, what do you think about going against a Town Hall 10?
Yes, I'll try to protect my Town Hall, and maybe she's gonna get the 1st star, but not the 2nd one.
All right. That's what I would expect for a 10 against 11. It's been rough so far. Again, dynamic attacking upwards. Generally, those attacks are already difficult enough. So we'll see if they're able to pull it together towards the end. Obviously, nice to end on a good note for Team Reddit.
True. Such a big difference, 10 to 11. You add the Ward and the Eagle, and it comes down to base design once again as well. Whether that 2-star is going to be obtainable, and we'll have to see what Bruno's got in store.
Yeah. If you're going full try-hard, then it would be the regular anti-2-star base. Right. Don't really need to put that Town Hall anywhere near the corner, but let's see what Zigg does as she gets ready for attack. It's going to go ahead and get underway. The second to last attack for Team Reddit. Let's go ahead and hop into it.
Well, there's your full try-hard base, I think. With a dead center Town Hall, it's going to make it tough on Zigg to grab that 2nd star.
All right, well, scouting out the base. Got some Valkyries in there. We haven't seen a ton. I believe Team Reddit's been using more Valkyries than Team YouTube. Going to start with the Queen. Let's see how much work she can do against these outside buildings.
Good jump spell. It's going to allow them to span all the way in over those enclosures, and I like it. She's got 4 Earthquakes, so we'll see the Quattro Quaco.
The Quattro Quaco.
That's right.
That's a Galadon special. Giants making their way to the jump spell. Looks like everyone's starting to peel their way through. King's still chilling inside of the army camp. Should be deployed in just a moment as they start making their way into that core. They're trying to get to that Eagle artillery.
Yep, there's the bowlers on the outside. Valkyries under range. There come the Quake spells. That's going to get that Town Hall down to nearly 50%. And the Valkyries have been vaporized.
They've been vaporized. The Queen does not have their ability. Freezing the healers. Ooh, that is brutal for those healers. Never like to see that. The Queen is doing her best, but she's going to make her way to the center. That's a tanky clan castle, though.
Yep, she's going to be stuck on that clan castle first. Both Inferno Towers and at least one Expo. And it doesn't look good. She made it close. She got a couple of shots in. And now, Barbarian 32, he's history. And great effort, but man, it's just not going to be either Town Hall or 50%. That's the try-hard base that's going to stop a Town Hall 10 from attacking and getting much of any success.
Yeah, so the King went around the outside portion of the base and was deployed a little bit later in the battle. Usually when that happens, you're hoping he's able to clean up that 50%, but the risk of that is not getting that Town Hall, and unfortunately those Valkyries got vaporized before that was able to happen. So with a lonely minion left on the top right, not quite the Legend of the Last Lava Pup, that's going to be 42%, no stars for Team Reddit on their second to last attack.
Yeah. Good effort, Zigg. Did the King not quite behave like you were hoping?
I thought I had placed it, but I guess it didn't register.
That's a tough one. The heroes have a mind of their own.
It gets hectic on the streams as well. We've all seen that. Do you remember the Tokyo game show where the guy dropped 18 witches on 2 giant bombs?
That was unbelievable.
That was my favorite one.
The crowd. There must have been 2,000 people that were standing outside the booth at that point, and they all saw those 18 witches die in a heartbeat, and it was just the crowd, everybody had the same reaction.
So we've seen more heartbreaking things.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
That was exciting, though.
What about you, Bruno? How about that defense right there?
It was a good attack. She almost got it, but that free spell that she missed, maybe.
Yeah.
Because of that, she lost the attack.
Well, only one attack left for Team Reddit, 2 for Team YouTube. So why don't we get into the second to last attack for those guys right now? So only 2 left, and it's going to be Alvaro, Mr. Purple Cobra, attacking Team Reddit.
And Alvaro is going up against, from Team Reddit, BigBadDad. So this time Alvaro maybe with a little bit more of a task. BigBadDad, Town Hall 11, defending against the Purple Cobra. You ready over there, BBD?
Laser focus.
Yes, he's laser focused.
Laser focused. What about you, Alvaro?
I think I can get it, but we'll see because he's almost max. But I think he's max, so it's gonna be difficult.
Yeah. But you're max too, so.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. Oh, you do have a 15 Warden. That's true. That's true. Well, I've got faith. And this will be some good style points towards the end of this friendly challenge.
Yeah, I'll be really curious to see how Alvaro does on this base because 2 stars, pretty common. I mean, I would definitely expect 2 stars, but there's always the potential for a 3.
Well, that would be epic.
It's like in the Clan Wars when you are hoping for those 3 stars from even town halls, 11 versus 11. It happens, but again, so rarely when you don't have the chance to sit down and plan it out.
Yeah, no chance to scout means you sort of have to bring a little bit of a cookie cutter army composition, maybe throw some small tweaks in there, but nothing that you can really hone into too much. But again, an 11 versus an 11, one of the rare ones we've seen inside of this Reddit versus YouTube challenge. And let's go ahead and get that battle underway. Alvaro versus BBD.
Wow, I like this base right from the start. Wow, interesting.
This will be fun.
Very unusual. I like it, BBD. Definitely a different base than we're used to seeing. A little bit of everything in this one. You've got that isolated town hall donut style right in the dead center.
Okay. Absolutely.
A single and a multi-target inferno.
Let's go.
All right, Alvaro starting on the bottom right. Gonna have to deal with that Eagle artillery first rather than go towards the very top and let it rain down on the bowlers and the miners. He is using the hybrid attack, similar to what he did inside of that first 3-star attack.
Alvaro with a big
there's the Tesla.
Check out the Tesla.
Oh, man.
Hey, make it exciting.
Oh, man. Those Teslas. Everything pops up right
Giant
there.
bomb.
And you just had a massive amount of damage right there. And the bowlers kind of splitting up. They should rejoin and head left in a moment.
All right, looks like the bowlers and the heroes have finally made their way together in harmony. The rage spell is going to drop down as the queen shoots the archer tower instead of the eagle artillery. That's a classic right there. But she's finally going to lock on, and that eagle artillery is going to go down.
Good attempt at funneling there to try to get some units in towards the center, but it looks like the miners are going to go left. Archer Queen has lost her healers. Healers have abandoned the Archer Queen in favor of the Golem.
Well, having that town hall so isolated has made it to where it's difficult to get into the center, and with its jump spell already have been placed near that Inferno Tower, I think they just might start going down that left-hand lane, and this one could only be a single star at most.
Yeah, it looks like it'll be a battle for 50%. The Archer Queen is just about done right-hand side. Left-hand side, not a lot left. And you've got a balloon just causing devastation from the sky, just raining down. And the Golem is all that's left, and the Golem is going to hunt down the Grand Warden.
And it looks like he's taken that rage spell back to Spain, puts it on the town hall, actually. That's going to be a little bit angry right there. 43%, nice job on defense from BBD, one of the MVPs of this friendly challenge so far.
Absolutely, had that amazing win earlier. Wow. And you guys are pumped over there, Reddit. That is... Oh, for sure,
when we're evenly matched, we actually do really well against each other.
Well, that's a good point, and that's something we have to point out again repeatedly. So, even matched battles are definitely the tough ones. And again, Purple Cobra.
First failure. I don't believe it with my own eyes. Let's check out the replay just to make sure it actually happened inside of that battle. So you can see the jump spell near that Grand Warden. He was trying to funnel them into the center to get to that town hall, but as they went around the left, the queen doing queen things on the right-hand side, just didn't end up working out.
Well, what I liked best about this was the fact that BBD chose to go with a base that Alvaro probably had never seen before.
Absolutely.
Right? That was beautiful because you chose a base that probably nobody has seen before, and Alvaro's got maybe 30 seconds to try to break down how he's going to attack it.
Yeah.
Went nearby the Eagle artillery, and it just didn't work out. And that's one of the things that happens when you just don't have that extra time, like in war.
Yep. Well, with that attack, no additional stars for Team YouTube as we take a look at the score. It's going to be 17-7. Team Reddit, one attack the dream. Who's going to be able to pull out these 11 stars that you guys need?
It's going to be a tough one.
No one raising their hand.
Yeah.
Oh, BBD.
We're not that
So-
bad at math.
All right.
Well, so apparently they know who's attacking.
Yep. Well,
how about that?
It's a formality by now,
So,
but
yeah,
Gally.
we'll go ahead and draw the name anyway. The one last name in the chalice, BigBadDad. All right, so definitely today's MVP for Reddit with some great attacks and a fantastic defense.
All right, and with the final defense, we are going to have Alvaro for a little bit of revenge.
A little revenge.
It could end.
I also have a surprise. So.
I would fully expect that.
Yeah, after getting trolled a little bit on that one, I would expect something from Alvaro. Again, another 11 versus 11. BBD, he could put a stamp on the tournament as the MVP, even on the losing side.
That's true. That's true, and that's always exciting to see. So we'll have to watch and see this one if he can follow up on what happened in the first round. Definitely some exciting attacks over there.
Yep.
And BBD, quietly taking command of the Reddit side.
Yeah, this is the final attack for Team Reddit. Let me remind you guys before YouTube gets to put a little bit of a celebration towards the very end. We'll see who's going to pull that one off. But again, Alvaro looks like he does have a surprise lined up for BBB. Let's see if he can return the favor.
Exactly. Well, that would be definitely what, if I were Alvaro, I would want to do. I mean, obviously the key here to surprise them with a base they've never seen before. You don't have the time to break it down. And maybe the standard cookie cutter armies like you're talking about don't work.
Yep. That's always the risk with those troll bases. Looks like the attack is going live right now, and let's see what BBD can do. Town Hall is near the edge, obviously going for the anti-3, but let's see what happens.
Yep, the Infernos. It's going to be a gimme for the 1-star. Obviously, Alvaro trying to stave off the 3. And so BigBadDad, though, I've got confidence in him. He's got some solid skills over there, dropping the heroes in as the bowlers finish the funnel.
Yep, well, he's got a pretty obvious funnel so far. Town Hall's still alive on the right-hand side. Got to keep that in mind. But the heroes are all together. The bowlers are together. Rage Spell's been dropped in our very first cluster of this attack.
Yep, and he definitely recognized the one spot where he could drop a jump spell and would allow access through 4 different enclosures, Town Hall and into the core where the CC, and hopefully off after the Eagle Artillery, get that out of the way. So the Town Hall's still standing, but just about to fall. There it is, first star.
All right, first star has gone down 38%. Still some bowlers left, smacking away at that Eagle Artillery. Would be nice to take that out and let those archers live just a little bit longer towards the end.
Yeah, here's where it unfolds.
Actually,
where do the healers go?
Gonna go down for 50%. The second star for BBD, very nicely done. Still has a couple of troops left, but maybe not gonna be able to make too much more of a mark on this raid.
Archer Queen can't quite stay up, and we've got the healers up, but there's not a lot left for them to heal.
Yeah, the healers absolutely negated by that Inferno Tower. Looks like the Archer as well as the bowlers are going to do their best on this left-hand side. But all in all, a really solid attack from BBD, just polishing it off with a couple of percentage points.
Again, yeah, with a base layout like this, a high percentage 2-star like this is fantastic in war and definitely also solid in friendly challenges with such little time to prepare. And it's going to wrap up, and we're going to be in well into the 60% or 60% range.
Yep, looks like the bowler is going to smack away at that wall, get a little bit of damage onto those buildings as well, just waiting for them to get in range of that cannon, and that's when they should start to go down. Only a couple of left. It's bowler brutality, and yeah, that's going to be the end of this battle. 67%.
I like it.
Very nicely done by BBD, picking up 2 stars.
Very solid 2/3. And again, you've got a uncooperative golem. Finally breaks through the wall.
Oh man!
With an opening in the wall, only 4 spaces to its left. Finally getting through, and you've got a lone archer working on a gold storage in the top right as well. But that's going to do it. Yeah, 68. Looks like BigBadDad holding out to see if he can't get 1 more percentage point. Not sure why he would want 1 more percentage point, but he got it.
There it goes.
There it is.
Golemite's going to take on that air defense. Not going to be able to take it out.
Oh, and all right, we're drawing this one out. We're drawing this one out as long as we can, aren't we?
Well,
I don't have the patience to wait for that.
All right.
Okay, there we go.
Well, a very solid amount of percentage from Team Reddit right there, and 2 stars. That's 5 stars total for BBD right there.
Yep, that was solid, and almost 70%. And I think we'll go back in and take a look at some of the highlights of that attack. BigBadDad solid all day long today. the second jump spell.
Yeah. Well, it all went pretty well in the very beginning, creating the funnel for the bowlers. This is where the king and the majority of the bowlers made their way into the center and it started wreaking havoc. They did a pretty good job actually taking out the Eagle artillery without having it be one of the first things that he targeted, which was really nice towards the middle of the raid. And that let the town hall go down and get to that easy 50% mark to where he wouldn't have to worry about that second star.
Yep. And the bowlers did go off to the left. They weren't able to utilize the second jump spell, which is a great placement, but the bowlers had wandered off the left just because of the dynamic, the way they attack, instead of following the king right down the core.
Absolutely. Well, we've only got one attack left. This one's going to be from Team YouTube, pulling it out of the jar for the final attack of the Reddit versus YouTube challenge. It's going to be Powerbang, wrapping it up for Team YouTube.
This is for all the marbles.
No pressure,
Okay,
Powerbang.
PB. He started it off, and now he's going to finish it for Team YouTube. And Katie, you know you're up.
Base has been up there for a couple minutes. Give him some time to check it out.
Yeah, Powerbang, you've had some
See if
time.
he can pull off a cool plan.
Click that scout button here and we'll give it a look.
What are you thinking for this one? The first,
I'm looking at it. My plan is to come from the bottom and
Can't actually look.
queen walk.
Katie,
Start out counterclockwise, then go clockwise, and then break into a compartment and kind of engage the queen in an Inferno Tower, and then trail some Valkyries in, crush the core, trail some hogs in around the side, and
then leave the studio, get a beer,
cross
celebrate.
my fingers. So that's the goal. So let me make sure my army's good here.
All right. Very, very well planned out. And again, being the last person, you have a little bit more time to check out who your obvious opponent would be. So, Katie, what about you on defense? Any surprises? Any giant bombs and Teslas towards the bottom? What are you thinking?
I'm excited to see what he can do with it. It'll be interesting.
All right.
All right.
This is for all the marbles.
It is.
For all the marbles.
Final attack, so let's make it count. And it's been exciting. I mean, Powerbang started things out. Now he's going to wrap things up. And we'll have to see if he can wrap it up with a victory.
Or will he?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, the excuse that we've been giving all day of not having time to scout, this time he has that time to scout.
Yeah, he has a little bit of time to scout. Plus, so close on that first attack to getting 3 stars. Let's see if we can get a little bit of a redemption facing off against another Town Hall 10.
Looking forward
to
to
this
it.
final attack. Should be a pretty awesome time.
Go PB.
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's get it underway. And 1 baby dragon, 11 Hog Riders, 12 Valkyries. I like it already. So we'll see if he follows his plan here and if the queen follows his plan.
Yeah, we heard a little bit of the plan earlier, starting from the bottom, getting the queen to do a little counterclockwise, clockwise direction, whatever the misdirection he was talking about.
Yep.
And it looks like a Tesla's gonna pop up. Things are okay though. The queen's got plenty of HP to live through that.
Yep, Wallbreaker got that enclosure open. Baby Dragon did its job, make sure the queen's gonna go into that enclosure. There she goes, and working her way in towards the core, so that's where he's gonna wanna pour those Valkyries in. And once they get in there, that should be a massive amount of damage. He's got the 1 jump spell and 2 rage.
Absolutely, queen doing her job so far, taking out some of those easy buildings. There goes the air defense, and pretty common inside of the clan castle today. We see a baby dragon. Now, not actually too bad for Powerbang. He has those wizards, as well as obviously the queen to help deal with that. So things are looking pretty solid so far.
Check out the patience right there. The rage spell goes down. The queen annihilates that entire clan castle.
Oh,
and
but the
goes
queen
down.
dies.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
That's
and look at the Valkyries though, just lasered. It is right into the core and just went straight to the defending archer queen and just put her to sleep in an instant.
Yeah, absolutely. The queen did go down though a little bit earlier. Still has the king's ability remaining. The Valkyries going ham, as well as the Hog Riders on the right-hand side. Some of the first Hog Riders we've seen inside of this battle. Powerbang, how you feeling?
Certainly wish I had a little less on my scroll bar. Did not see my free spell.
Yeah.
And that is the reason my queen is now a dead queen. So, sad panda over here. So we're not going to pick up the 3. But dang it, we can walk this the queen.
Man.
Queen. It's a new thing, I just made it up.
The king walk.
The king walk.
The king walk. The
I like it.
Queen did so well. She took out that entire clan castle and then she just went bye-bye.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, well, the king's going to smack away at that wall, is trying his best with the Iron Fist ability, but at 65%, not going to be too much more in this battle before that one wraps up. But
both wizards. Wait for it.
Oh, my goodness. And they're gone. And they're gone.
What an epic way to conclude.
Saw that one coming.
Nice.
2 wizards.
I want to see that
All right.
slow-mo.
Reverse bungee jumping.
67%. You know, 2 stars, still not bad for Team YouTube by any means. Powerbang.
Oh, absolutely.
Any last words on that attack?
I forgot my free spell, man. what do you do? Yeah, Queen got into the core, didn't see her go down.
Yep.
Bree's a little late and paid the ultimate price. Having her in the live in the core would have been fantastic.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I don't know. I love when the Valkyries just shot straight under rage. Those Valkyries so incredibly fast, straight to the.
I was trying to do
core.
something other than miners and bowlers and trying to mix it up a little bit and get a little variety.
Very nicely
Amazing
done.
to see the control over the Valkyrie AI right there.
Oh, yeah.
Straight in.
That was
Pretty
awesome.
Yeah, that was well orchestrated. Sometimes those heroes, though, tough to predict how they're going to behave. That Archer Queen
Or the
man
scroll bar
took
freeze
out the
spell.
entire clan castle,
I'll
and
take
then that was about it.
Yeah.
But why don't we go ahead and take a look at the final score of the Reddit versus YouTube competition, and there it is. With all 20 attacks completed, YouTube is going to take it by 10 stars.
All right, 19-9 for Team YouTube. Very well done. Yeah, it was a solid victory from the very beginning. Again, the Town Hall disparity, but they had a chance to dominate and they took it. So let's go ahead and wrap this sucker up by heading up to the very
All right, you guys.
front.
Congratulations.
And, guys, Team Reddit. Very nicely done.
YouTube.
Don't bother with their celebrations. Don't bother with their celebrations.
Congratulations, you guys.
Hey,
well done.
Good job. Can I give you a hug? Can I give you
Such a friendly challenge. It was. Stay away from me.
It was such a friendly
Stay away
challenge.
from me.
Yeah, nice work.
All right. Well, before we end this, let's talk to Team Reddit, guys. Valiant effort. Any last words? What do you guys have to say?
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes I feel like half the practices went better than the actual stream itself. But, you know, that's what you do. We've been doing this all week. And
It's been so fun.
It's been great.
Next time I'm bringing my TH11.
All right.
Oh, I smell gems.
Hey, that's what we would have had.
All
That
right.
was our original.
And Team YouTube with a victory. Congratulations, you guys. It was good to see all you guys come together and some amazing attacks, good defenses. And I learned something. And Alvaro, good job as well, man. How do you guys feel?
The secret was in the gems.
Oh.
Well, with that, guys, that's going to do it for our challenge of Reddit versus YouTube. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, as well as all the participants, as well as my co-host Galadon. Any last
Thank you,
words?
Pat. That was a great time. Happy to be here. It's a good time with everybody.
Well, that's going to do it. Tuning out from Helsinki, Finland. That'll do it for the YouTubers as well as the Redditors. We'll see you guys at the next event.
Thanks, you guys.
See ya. Bye. Just me.
Let's lift Alvaro.
Group hug.
Come on,